Show next time or next week?
Oh.
I'm gonna ask Peter Barrett.
Yeah, dude, definitely, bro.
Dude.
I would love Peter Barrett to come on. Do me a favor real quick. Just talking to your mic for me.
Dude, that would be totally sick if it came, right? Because that'd be completely different than what everybody else is doing.
There's folding chairs. There's a couple of
Thank you for calling Collins Studio. Enter your 6-digit PIN number. Welcome, host. You have not started a show session in Collins Studio, and cannot yet receive calls on Friday Night Throwdown. Please visit the Collins Studio website, and begin your session. Music will play until your session begins, or you may call back when you are ready. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Collins Studio web interface.
Yeah, it's the Throwdown. Welcome, everybody. It's Friday night, and it's the Throwdown. My name is Chuck Vieira. We are live from CGA Studios, here with Jimmy the Tooth Manning. We are with Jojo Skeletor Gianetti and Mike Man Down Danella.
That's one dab so far.
That's one dab so far.
Chalk it up.
Yep, we got to
count. Oh, we're keeping a dab count. All right, gentlemen, here we are. Fucking New England MMA. Man Down, Skeletor, Tooth. Cage Titans coming up August 12th.
Just want to apologize to everyone for being late. It takes quite a bit of machinery to get Tooth's balls through the door. So, sorry about that. A half hour extra. A lot of lube.
You know?
This guy's plugging me already, man.
And you got to move all that machinery through the fucking traffic that's down here. It takes a while.
Dude, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's what it was, right?
Traffic. Fucking traffic. So what's up, Tooth?
I went and picked up my whip. Hey, dude.
Hey.
You hooked me up big time, man. I almost cried.
Easy Auto.
I was like borderline.
Easy Auto.
About to grab a box.
Easy Auto. Take care of you. Weymouth.
Man.
Hit up Rob Pico.
Yeah, dude. Easy Auto, man. 11 Main Street. Check them out.
Rob Pico.
Like they care, dude. There's a lot of mechanics out there just trying to, live week to week, whatever. This dude's like got his level of care is like on a whole new level. So that dude's definitely rolling with on Team Tooth now for sure.
I know who Rob Pico is. He shows you a lot of love on Facebook.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Hey, pull that mic a little closer to you, too. Can you do that? Hey, dude, just grab that joint and push it down and stretch that thing closer to you. Yeah, like grab it right there.
That's exactly what she said, Chuck.
That's what she said. I don't know, man. I just didn't feel right from
it. Like grab it at the elbow. You know what I'm saying? Grab it at the elbow.
You just gotta commit.
All right. So, everybody, check it out. No, Rob, we love you, dog. We love you. All right, the phone lines are open, and we want to hear from you, all right? Wherever you are in the world, I'm going to let you call up, and I'm going to let you talk shit to some of the Cage Titans, dude. I'll pay for it. If you're in fucking France, I want you to call up and say, Laissez Copiton to fucking, to Man Down and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? 1-888-647-9805. It's Friday Night Throwdown. This is the inaugural Friday Night Throwdown, and we're going to be doing a lot more of these every Friday around 7 o'clock, depending on the traffic when the fucking tourists get out of here.
No,
it'll be a little
I think they got a Barnstable County Fair down the Cape this weekend.
It was a fair.
That was my shit when I was a kid.
Weekend too,
crazy.
I grew up down here. That was my shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever stepped foot.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, you grew up in Westable?
Yeah, Hyannis.
No shit.
Not me.
Yeah, where'd you grow up?
Braintree.
Yeah.
hey, I grew up in the hood of I grew up in the hood of Braintree, East Braintree, not South Braintree. I don't like those rich punks. I used to beat the fuck out of those rich punks. Come on now.
Oh man. All right, so who's your opponent on August 12th?
As of right now, it's Keenan Raymond.
As of right now, it's Keenan Raymond.
Hey, wait a second. How old is Keenan Raymond?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I don't know how old he is.
Because I already averaged out your opponent so far on the average age of ass kickings you've been handing out.
Oh man, what
is
27.
It? Shut up.
What is it?
It's 27.
Wow.
Average age of your opponent is 27, between 27 and 28. How old are you, Tooth?
Old enough to be a real G.
We can do a little bit of research, and I can try to find out how old Keenan Raymond is. And I actually reached out to Keenan Raymond.
He seems like a pretty cool dude.
He seems like a dude. Yeah, he seems cool.
I mean, he's always smiling. I never hear him talk shit.
He was nice.
He doesn't always show up though. That's the real problem. He's not talking shit, but he
was nice when
Man, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I don't want to be hustling a bunch of tickets to tell all the people that I convinced come watch me put on a good show to not even have that chance.
All you can do.
And I'm not trying to disrespect the kid or nothing, but
all you
don't be
I feel like I might be one of the small handful of people that believe that he'll show up. I'm one of them.
I mean, his last fight he showed up. I don't see why he wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to show up to fight you, but
me either.
Hey,
I'm afraid of myself.
No, honestly, I think about
the videos. I get kind of embarrassed and who is that?
No, I think about it. If I was getting in the ring with a dude who's 40 years old, honestly, I would look Joe dead in his face. I would say in the back, I'd say, Joe, there is no fucking way I'm about to go out there and lose to a granddad.
Yeah, well, that's probably why.
That's for real.
No, and honestly, that's what they think too. That's what these dudes think, and then they come out. So it's not just the beating they have to take. It's probably probably takes a mental toll.
It's funny. I never ever thought of it that way ever.
Sure.
If it
makes you feel better, I get the opposite.
I mean, unless
no, I do too.
Unless
but
the age is talked about on the mats, really, these dudes just kind of always treat me like.
Yeah, no. Well,
it's only been a couple of months since everybody's been treating me good for a while. They look at everybody on the mats wanting to whoop my ass. That's what it felt like, dude.
What? Yeah, but that's good.
What the heck? Dude, I like these guys. Why don't they like me back?
You're gonna get the thing. You gotta understand, Jimmy. And this is what I've been saying to you, dude. I've been saying to you that you're gonna get everybody's best from here on out.
Fuck,
everybody's gonna give you. Everybody's gonna hit you. They're gonna put a little more behind it. When
undefeated. That's what happens.
And I don't know that this is a necessary comparison, but when people hit Brady.
Yeah,
they
that's why.
Put something necessary.
I always say the Tom Brady of MMA, right?
I don't even watch football, but Tom Brady's 40.
Yeah.
Hey, they hit him hard.
You guys eat, hey, I heard he eats guacamole ice cream. Is that what the secret is?
I do.
Yeah, see?
Guacamole hummus.
Yeah, see? It's in the guac. You hear that?
Guacamole hummus?
Any of you older MMA fighters out there
hey,
that think it's all over, just get
that.
Yeah, it's like glucosamine from nature.
Oh, I use that for my dog.
Yes, see? You see what I'm saying? I know. Come on,
really?
Man Down has some
Why are you laughing as you say that?
Man Down knows some science.
Just saying, make sure your hips are all good.
Come on, I follow Tom Brady.
Hey, dude.
If I didn't eat that, I'd be in a wheelchair.
But you're gonna get everybody's best.
True.
And you're gonna get the hate that comes with it. You know what I mean? A lot of people hate Tom Brady.
I love it.
I love it too.
I understand
it makes the win better.
Yeah, definitely. I understand it's part of both spectrums, but at the same time, just some of the people that hate are usually the ones that are kind of close to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the part that hurts the most.
Makes it better.
Well, I mean, the people that are most likely to kill you are your fucking friends and family, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Keep your friends close. Keep
your friends, your family, and your coworkers are the most likely to kill you. Absolutely.
Rob, do you hear that?
Oh, I see Rob killing somebody.
No. I meant his daughter. I'm married to his daughter. I'm telling him, make sure he knows.
Hey, I was thinking the same thing when I met him today, dude. I met him, but
Rob,
I got to talk with him face to face a little bit.
Hey guys,
it's a different story, dude.
Call us up if you want. 1-888-647-9805. Rob Pico says, "Godfather rules. Who gives a shit how old he is?" And that's true. We don't give a shit how old he is.
No, we don't.
All we're doing is bringing up the point where everybody's gonna throw something extra behind it when they want to be the guy that takes the tooth down. You know what I mean?
Dude.
You got a donut on the other side of that column. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm on the bottom end. You get you're the old guy they don't want to get beat up by. I'm the 22-year-old scrawny looking kid.
So
I
saw
get choked out by.
So imagine being the 28-year-old amateur who gets.
Let me ask you guys. I'm gonna ask your thoughts.
Dude,
I'm gonna ask your thoughts on something.
Man, it's hard to tap you out now.
I'm gonna ask your thoughts on something, and this is no way negative at all. Okay, but it's just somewhere where I happen.
I have thoughts on everything.
I happen to disagree in this particular instance. Okay, I was watching Table Titans, and I'm a big fan of that show, and they do a great job. Cage Titans is the shit, dude. We love Cage Titans. But what I heard Pover say was and this made me kind of feel like an asshole, but not so much like an asshole, and I'll tell you why. Because he said when you show videos of yourself pumping yourself up at the gym and doing all this work, and your opponents see that, and they're gonna not want to fight you. They're gonna get, I don't want to go and get my ass kicked. I don't want to be brought in to get my ass kicked by a Cage Titan. You know what I mean? But I believe that everybody, if the whole entire league stepped up that way, you know what I'm saying? If everybody was showing out the same shit of them working hard, and the whole entire league stepped it up, then it would be that much more beneficial
Yep.
to the whole entire league.
Yep,
You know what I'm
there
saying?
would- there'd be
And
way
I'm
more
not
hype.
that is not in any way a criticism.
Yeah.
That is a fucking like that's how to make it like better. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that we should drive the competition and say,
Yep.
look, yeah, we work hard. Cage Titans got the best fucking fighters in New England, dude.
True.
I've been doing nothing but studying. And dude, I've been giving Jimmy progress reports. Like we're on. He says he just sends me a name, and then I send him back information. I'm like his fucking whatever you want to call it. And dude, I watch fights, I watch videos, I watch leagues. Cage Titan is the best fucking fighters in New England.
I mean, I just think that decides in New England who's a fighter and who's not. Like, if you see a guy working out and you're like, I don't want to fight that guy, then you're not a fighter.
Right.
Go play something else. Like,
Right.
You don't play fighter, you fight.
Answer it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, as a fan, I personally think that, because I've been to plenty of Cage Titans before I fought, if I see a video of one of my friends working super hard for their fight, that makes me believe in them more, and I'm more likely to buy a ticket from them.
And
Absolutely.
it motivates me
Yeah.
being a training
Joe,
partner.
so
I
you
see
gonna
you
buy
guys
tickets
go
to my
hard and
next
shit.
fight?
That
Hey,
makes
guys,
me want to go to the gym.
Guess
and go
what we
hard.
got? We got our first caller.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Who are you?
We're gonna find out in just a second. Caller from the 781. You are live on the Throwdown. What's up?
Hello?
Anybody there?
What's your favorite scary movie?
Thanks, 781. Thanks for building everybody up.
Anybody
must
there?
be cupcakes. They didn't show.
Oh, is it the Bearded Dragon? He commented. Should he call in? Yeah, Chris, call in.
Yeah, call in, Chris.
I know you got shit to say.
Anybody there? Hello. All right. Well, call back if you want from the 781.
Thanks for nothing.
That's all good.
Christopher
Well, we can-
Cornett, what's up, kid?
Don't, we'll try to call them back. But in the meantime, all right. Hello. You there? Caller from the 781. You got us?
Oh, I could go on my fan page and see this. What
Yeah,
tell me?
dude.
Yeah.
I'm way ahead of you.
It's all right.
Well,
Hey,
This is why
Hey,
you're on your
hey,
page. It's all
younger
good.
than
He's
me.
got your back.
This is the only time
your
his
back.
age shows.
Yeah.
Is
I
doing
got your
social
back.
media.
Hello. Caller from the 781.
I can't. No, you're telling the truth, man.
Oh man, we
We'll
are
get back to
trying.
781.
I'm hip,
Yeah,
bro.
hey,
right now.
781.
So who's your opponent in Cage Titans? Why don't we try to get 781 on the phone here?
All right, August 12th, I'm fighting Connor Berry. He's 3-1. He's coming off a decision loss right now. He's a tough kid. We talked about fighting previously when we were amateurs, and it just never came together. I don't know. From what I've been hearing, I might be the underdog. It seems that way, but I don't see why. I mean,
Oh, I get it. Hold up. God, keep talking. I gotta fix the phones.
Wait.
oh,
I know why the phone ain't working.
You're the underdog?
781 caller.
that's
Hold
what I
up.
heard. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people saying that I'm the underdog.
But like actual like analysts?
No,
or
like
just
actual
people?
actual fighters that have trained with me and trained with Connor. They,
All right. To each their own. Hey, everybody has their own opinion, so
Thank
that's
you
cool.
for calling Call-In Studios host and call
Yeah, that-
screener line. Please enter
Yeah, don't worry about that. Everybody just ignore that.
enter your 6-digit PIN
Hey, you
number.
heard that again.
So,
Yeah.
you're the underdog?
I mean, supposedly that's what I'm hearing from local fighters. I'm not saying, listen, guys, I'm not saying Connor Berry's not good. I'm just saying that I'm not going to Memorial Hall to lose, and I haven't
That
lost
was an
yet.
invalid PIN for Friday.
So
night.
in my mind, I don't see why you guys are betting against me.
6-digit PIN.
But I guess we'll find out on the 12th. And
show.
So
Yeah,
anybody,
I mean-
I
I mean, Vegas usually goes with.
the undefeated guy.
I don't
I'm,
think I've ever seen an undefeated.
I
guy
don't. I
bet
mean,
against.
I'll bet anybody.
Welcome.
Any amount of money they want.
You are now in the host room.
I mean, like I said, I mean, some people call me cocky, but I mean, like I said, we work hard at South Shore. I mean, I'm proud of it. We work hard.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
why not brag about it? Why not drink the Kool-Aid?
Right.
Drink it all day long.
Right. And that's not necessarily,
ton of
trying to,
Kool-Aid.
that's not
Hey, there
necessarily
really
scaring
was
people away.
Kool-Aid
All right.
back
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Where's Mike?
Really
Yeah,
do.
Mike
There
the-
really
yeah,
was
where's Big
things
Mike
of
the Silva?
Kool-Aid.
Big Mike.
Caller
Yo,
from the 781, we got you?
Yeah.
Oh, finally.
who's this? Is
Who's
Chris?
this? Who we got?
Turn it down. Hey, turn it down, big
Who's
guy.
this? Who's this?
Yeah.
What's up, Chris? Is this Chris O'Brien?
I just want to let Joe know if he loses, he's evicted.
That's my roommate. That's my roommate, Ryan.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
And that was a bump.
I'll see you later, baby.
Damn, the stakes just got higher.
Hey, sorry I had a hard time answering your call there. There. Oh, see, he just called to say that and then
Damn.
just hung up. Was like,
No
yeah,
pressure or
that's it.
anything.
That's that.
That
That's
was
that.
great.
I just
Great
called it.
first
That's
call.
all I.
Hey,
That's
great
all I have to
first call.
say.
Dude,
Joey,
Bill
hey.
said that before. He's like, if anybody loses, don't come back.
Oh, no. Let's get specific. He looked at me and said, if you lose to Pete, you better find another gym.
Hey, I've been asking Jimmy
And
about
this
that.
is why
I was wondering
I
if I
have
should.
dubbed you
I was like,
the bringer of sauce.
Should I talk
Ladies and
about
gentlemen,
that?
there's a 5-gallon bucket of sauce next
Should I
to
talk
the
about
studio.
Pete? Should I talk about Pete?
Yeah, why not? He's a
With
good
Joe?
dude.
Hey, wait,
He's a
hey,
badass.
wait,
He's a
dude,
badass.
saying-
Wait a second.
we're
Wait a
all-
second. Wait a
everybody at
second.
this
Wait a
table
second.
gonna
Wait a
talk
second.
Time
Wait a
out.
second.
Right?
July 4th. Okay.
Yeah.
Fifth.
5th.
Oh, it was
Excuse
the
me.
4th.
It was
You're
the 4th.
right.
Yeah,
You're
I got my dates. Thanks, bud. Me, Pete, my wife, Mike Palvier, and I know what? I don't even remember who else was on the team. Absolutely ran house in a volleyball
shut
tournament.
up.
Come on.
Oh my
Hold on.
God!
The field
Hey,
was not regulation
First
size.
of all,
We're playing house rules.
First of all, listen. The teams were made by picking names out of a hat. This was after when Cage Titans was in the parade. The teams were made by picking
I was
names
like
out of a
half dead
hat.
to the world. I so wanted to
Oh,
be there.
I tell you what, you would have lost too because we couldn't lose. It was unbelievable.
Dude, wow, it's like
it was
that?
it was unbelievable. Oh yeah, no, it wouldn't have mattered. You don't like
On
I
the
say,
vol-
like I
on the
tell you guys
volleyball
all. Hey,
court.
I
On
tell
the
you guys.
volleyball
What's this
court.
got to
Listen,
do with fighting? It's
I
three
tell.
volleyball
Oh, wait a
teams.
second. See now, I tell you guys all the time. You guys own the mats. You know, I came late to the sport, so you guys own the mats. But when you any type of
Paint the
ball,
lines.
any type
Hey,
of
so
ball
serious
sport,
right now.
let's do it, baby.
Bro, paint the lines.
Let's do it.
Yo,
Let's
Paul
do
Bear,
it.
I know you're watching. Paint some lines.
Except this. I will say this. I
Dude,
will
he
make
said
this
he's
statement.
probably going
Hey,
to.
Yeah, paint the lines.
the tooth can absolutely ball the fuck up.
Oh.
No,
Dude,
no,
just-
fuck that.
just
It's
can
out
ball
there.
hard.
No, don't let him. No more
Just
hustle.
ball hard.
No more hustle. It's like that movie White Man Can't
I was just
Jump.
about to say
no,
that.
no more of that shit. Anybody
You're
down the
killing
beach
me.
courts. No.
Nobody's supposed to know
Tooth
that.
can ball. Fuck that. Don't waste your money.
I'll put money down on
I'm the
Tooth.
40-year-old dude that's
Nah,
like,
fuck
oh,
that.
you ain't beating me in a
Blacktop
three-point
or the
contest,
cage, he's
right?
got you.
Nah.
Or you ain't beating me in one. I ain't losing to no fucking old guy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? How many
see?
times I
See?
heard that?
You ever
You said
seen
it.
The Longest Yard? Adam Sandler? He's schooling him in basketball.
That's right.
They
Tap
had-
champ.
They had to start cheating to beat him. Yeah, that's the Tooth.
Oh my god. And
okay,
my
messed up the
dumbass
screen.
would still keep getting
Yeah,
up
I
like
know.
that.
He gets back elbow and he gets up. He's like, "Did I foul you?" No, that's clean, dog.
Hell
He
yeah,
keeps
you-
playing.
That's it. It's true. It's true. It's a good one. That's a good one.
Shit. So Connor Barry, what league's he out of? What gym?
He's fought in a couple different venues.
Yeah, I think he's fought for a couple shows. I think his
Yeah.
last couple were CES. He's fighting at FAA, I think, or FAF. I don't know. They all sound the same.
No, Miyagi didn't send me this. Billy Squires. Billy Squires sent me this bandana Rob Pico. Just answering Rob on the line.
Hey, it's all good.
But,
He's with FAF.
FAF, okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's 3-1. I mean, so he's coming off a loss, but before that, he was tearing through the division. At amateur level, everybody wanted to see it. It just never lined up. I know at one point my opponent pulled out, but he had an opponent, and vice versa, where his pulled out, and I already had an opponent.
Was that at 170 or was that 55?
We talked about 170, but this one's at 55.
No, I mean like when you were supposed to at amateur. Was that?
That was going to be 170.
Yeah, because he just started like cleaning up and looking good.
Yeah, we both have. I mean, I'll say that he's probably more toned than I am,
he's-
so I'm never getting a six pack. But we got a similar build.
55, right?
Yeah.
He's not small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's both 55. I'm staying away from 170. That's not my weight class.
You eat
I plan on
freaking five guys when you're at 170.
I plan on running house at 55.
So who beat Connor Barry? Do you know who beat Connor Barry last time?
Ryan Michael says it's a tomato can that he lost to, but I'm not sure exactly who it was.
The only thing that I know that I've heard about his previous opponent was he was 7-10 or 6-10, and from what I heard, he was a little bit better than his record. But that's all I know. The fact is, he was 6-10.
Sometimes you get dudes.
Yeah,
like
those
that.
Yeah,
get
exactly.
deceitful.
Hey,
'Cause
Jay
they ain't
Ellis.
after the money
Jay
on
Ellis.
fighting
Hey,
the
Jay
top
Ellis,
guy.
Jay Ellis is
is
my
better
dude.
than his record.
Jay Ellis is leaps and bounds better than his record.
He's
Leaps
got-
and bounds.
Like we talked about the other day, he has to fight a certain kind of way because if he gets cut or he gets TKO'd, he ain't fighting
Losing
next
a paycheck.
weekend. And you
Yeah.
know that dude wants to fight every single
Yeah.
weekend,
Well,
no
a lot
matter
of
where
people-
it is in the country, dude.
Well, I'm gonna,
Shout out to Jay Ellis.
yeah,
bro.
I'm gonna
Shout out to
defend
Jay
him real
Ellis.
quick. Like, you can call him a check collector. Yeah, he collects checks, but guess what? He's fighting you every minute until the
Yeah.
end of that fight. He fights right, but he's fighting you. Look at his last 4 fights. He's almost beaten everybody, including me.
Yeah, that was kind of.
And he's done it in almost every single way.
I kind of enjoyed you seeing him put that.
Yeah,
on,
'cause-
though. This guy's snagging everybody with that. I'm like, yes, finally.
Phone down.
Oh shit.
Man down.
Oh shit. Man down. Phone down. Man down.
Yeah, no, Jay, he surprised me. I mean, looking at him, I really just thought he was a brawler. He came in, his chain submission wrestling was phenomenal. He went from Kimura to knee bar to heel hook. He got that anaconda locked in. I got up to a single leg. He went to a regular guillotine. It was impressive. He fought Leon Davis. He locked up a guillotine for a second. He dropped Lucas Cruz. I mean, he could beat you anywhere. He's shown it. He can beat you anywhere. He puts everybody in danger. So maybe he is fighting for money, or maybe he's fighting just because he loves to. I think it's both. That's just my opinion.
I mean, going back to the guy, Conor Barry's opponent, like, I get
Same
case
thing.
in point right there. Like, you know, they look at the numbers. If they get a certain opponent, like, there ain't none of one of us here that would turn down a fight with anybody.
Right.
Of course not.
But, you know, there's numbers, there's other things involved in it that just kind of suck, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, if somebody thinks that, you know, I can't beat him in a fight, or whatever, that's fine. You maybe on the rules or whatever. But
So he might come in. He might come in 9 pounds heavy, sacrifice a piece of his purse,
Yeah, exactly.
and then what I mean, go to fucking
Oh, no,
try to
no,
win the
no,
fight.
no, no,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
He might do
What is
something like
this?
that,
Yo.
and then you might.
Yo,
This
can I
video
just tell you-
weigh-ins?
can
He
I
might
just
put his
tell
fucking
you,
hands
I
on your
was
throat
watching-
during the
yo,
weigh-ins.
I was watching this. I was watching this shit live at
Dude,
work.
I'm so glad Mike wasn't there. I'm so glad.
I'm kind of upset that I wasn't.
I'm
I was
so
watching this
happy.
shit live at work, and my mother hates this shit. And I had it on my phone, and she's looking over my shoulder, and she sees it happen, and she goes, "Kick his fucking ass, Jimmy!"
Look at this. Oh, look, he's getting his face. I love it.
Hey, dude, and
Yeah, Jim says, "I'll fucking eat you. I'm starving."
Dude, I was on the other side of the bar. I was halfway through my cheese.
Look at his face, though.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
He was like, what?
I can turn it right off.
He's like, I didn't do anything.
He smiled like a 14-year-old right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like in high school when the principal runs over.
Yeah,
You
they
hit me
caught me.
first.
Fuck him. I'll get you tomorrow at the flagpole, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, no.
I was on the other side of the bar, and I saw bodies
but can
running
we
over
just
it,
talk
and I
about
jumped
what happened
right
in that
up.
fight?
Huh?
Can
Yeah.
we just talk about what
Hey.
happened in that fight?
That was one of the most fucking.
Hold on a second.
All right, sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't mean
No,
to cut you
no,
off.
dude,
He gets
I didn't mean
excited.
to.
This is your
I do.
fucking
I
show,
get
bro.
excited.
He gets very excited.
I get
Love
excited.
it. Man down. You got the fucking floor. Go.
So the tooth came out and pulled guard against a bigger, stronger opponent. He
man.
pulled guard.
Yep.
Hey,
I'm doing. I
Hold
did
on.
what
No,
Bill
no,
told me to do.
Exactly.
I was on autopilot.
Yes.
hold on. That's what separates us from other gyms. Is we go on autopilot. That's why we win. Because Bill
He's a puppet master.
Mahoney might be the best in-game cornerman, like in the middle of the fight, telling you what to do. If you shut your fucking brain off and become an
Yeah,
extension
he's-
of what
he
he's
makes it
saying,
You're a puppet. You're in there, you're a puppet.
It's very close to impossible to
While
lose.
being pounded. About
It's extremely close to be. It's extremely close to impossible to being to lose if you do that. And all three of us can sit here and say it. All three of us have been through it, and we can sit here
I
and we've
couldn't
done
hear
it.
half of his direction though,
Dude,
because I took seriously. I like getting hit when I'm standing up better than when
And
my
the
head's
beauty-
on the mat and,
Yeah,
and there's nowhere for my head to go, bro.
Yeah.
So
And the
I-
beauty of it is, Bill always tells us in an MMA fight, never ever pull guard.
Ever.
Okay?
Ever.
But in the moment, he figured this is the fastest way Jimmy is going to beat this kid without taking the most
I
damage.
would've
How do you
never
see that?
thought- Him of all people would
Dude,
tell me
he's a
to pull
magician.
guard,
Because we
dude.
call him the mad scientist.
He's always says-
in the lab. I mean,
If
he's always
time
got.
you pull guard, like he's threatening to kick out.
Oh, yeah, he does it all the time.
Never pull guard in
we,
an MMA
hope, we
fight.
hope it's jokingly, but like we don't want to find out.
Do you know how many
No.
times we've all been putting, dude? We've been putting time out where he yells at us, and
For real.
let a bunch of mats filled with just tough
Grown ass men.
Killers.
and we all look like a bunch of 9-year-olds that just got in trouble for something.
No shit.
Like,
I look over at Joe, I'm
and
like, "Thanks a lot."
it's all strictly from respect, like
course.
because it's like it's the way Bill treats everybody. Bill cared. We were just talking about it yesterday.
Car ride, yeah.
Bill in the car right here. The way Bill cares about his fighters is unlike anybody else because it's not. He doesn't just care about you as a fighter. He cares about you as a person. And
Even though
I
he
think
tries to pretend he doesn't.
yeah, which is he's full of shit. That's the only time he's full of shit. And I think that's what the difference is because I'm new to the MMA scene. I'm basically a baby in the New England MMA scene. But from what I gather from what not just people within our gym talk about him, that has to be the difference maker. you know?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it goes against you. And so he's been telling you the whole time, no, don't pull guard, don't
Never.
pull
Yep,
guard.
that's like his no. That's
Yeah,
his
he
golden rule.
never. And when you're in an MMA fight, never ever pull guard. And he comes out and tells Jimmy against a much bigger guy who is
Dude,
very
huge.
strong, right, Jim?
What, he's 6'4", 6'5"?
Dude, let me just watch the video.
Dude, he's
He's
huge.
got his forearm across my neck. You can watch me.
He's
buck
postured
my,
up.
buck my hips up and try to use both my arms at the same time. I wasn't moving
You
them.
couldn't reach him.
Dude, his arms were storkish.
Dude, he's
Oh, guys,
postured up
talk.
and still elbowing you.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, I
Keep
don't
talking.
know.
I'll be right back.
No.
It's just, I'm happy that I get out of there quick.
Yeah,
It
look.
was a good time.
I mean, I had the freaking.
Here it is right here.
I had
This
the
is
flu.
swelling.
No,
This isn't
that's
swelling.
McClendon.
Oh, that's
McClendon.
McClendon.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
Yo,
That's right.
I mean, I don't make a big deal about it, but I mean, I was like sick as a dog. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, no, I remember that. No,
yeah.
I remember that.
I know.
Remember, I'm calling
Hey.
this dude. I'm like crying. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna make the fight.
Hey,
what
but
should
then I hooked
do?
him up. I gave him some on it. It's all good.
Hey, get on it.
That's the play.
Get on
Get
it.
on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get on it.
Heart attack. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Get on it.
It works, man. I get sick before every single fight. They sent me some Virotech, and that shit works. I felt great past couple fights, and I think my performance showed it. I think Jimmy showed it. There's your plug on it.
Get on it.
Get on it. There's your plug.
Look at that was D-Bart. That was your first pro fight.
Dude, that kid's a tough guy.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
he is a tough prick. He's a tough prick.
I said it so many times, man. When he came to train with me, like the couple weeks after or whatever, and when we went to the ground, I was so happy that it ended.
That's a compliment and a half.
I mean, dude, Schroeder was like that too. When we grappled a little bit, dude, he's tough.
Really?
Dude, he's tough, man.
No shit, huh?
Really?
Yeah, he was like, hit me off with like crazy, like weird arm bars and wrist locks. I'm like, like some small circle jujitsu shit or something. It was just like not normal stuff you see.
All right.
What
Now we're done being PG.
What? Oh boy.
Who do you want to fight next, man down?
Me? Oh God, you know better to do that. You know I'll get in trouble.
Who do you want to fight
I
next?
could get in trouble.
Okay.
Jordan Brown. I want to fight Jordan Brown.
Yeah.
I want to stomp the shit out of Jordan Brown in November. And out of respect, whatever the Warriors warehouse in Carolina, whatever. Out of respect, yeah, you're gonna, all that shit. But no, we should fight.
Hold on. Let me make a point. What weight do you fight at?
I fight. Okay, I fight at 155.
Okay, that. You would say that's your main weight.
That's why I fight.
Okay. Did Jordan Brown call you out, or did you call him out?
I did not call Jordan Brown out. Now, in fairness, I was supposed to fight his teammate Detrick Keys,
Where is Detrick?
Good question. Where is Detrick? That's
Ryan
a good question.
Cushion's already on it. Where's Detrick?
So then Jordan Brown came up and fought a teammate of ours, Chris McDonald, who broke his collarbone in the first round and lost by decision.
That's a compliment. That's a compliment on both of them. But hey. That's Henny Chris. He might not have won, but hey, he won in my books. That was nuts.
No bullshit, dude. Because I'm telling you right now, telling you right now, I break my fucking collarbone. It's tough. It's gonna be tough getting me off that stool.
Dude, I didn't even know he broke anything.
Come on, dude.
Hey, the kid's been getting like a round of applause the last couple of times he comes in.
Right?
After the first round,
he sat down. Feels weird.
He said, he goes, I think I broke my collarbone.
Hey, we got a caller from the. Excuse me. 508. You are on the throwdown. Who's this?
What's up, boys? Bearded Dragon.
Oh, what up?
Hey! The Bearded Dragon.
Last time I thought it was him, I almost got
Hey, the Bearded Dragon. I checked out your Facebook page, too. I've been tracking everybody.
Yep, 2-0, 2 electrifying finishes. One is the record, the Cage Titans knockout record. Chris, how fast was it?
He doesn't even want to say.
Just about 6 seconds.
It was 6 seconds. Not just about. It was exactly 6 seconds.
He's so funny. Just about.
Chris finishing people everywhere. Next fight was a
I'm going to let him keep talking.
Hey, wait a second. Go ahead and plug your fight. You just got a fight, didn't you? Go.
Oh, you fighting?
Yeah, he said go.
Yep, I'm fighting Quentin, the delinquent Harris, come August 12th.
Isn't that huge dude that was in the Ultimate Fighter?
Is that his nickname, or did you dub him a delinquent?
No, I dubbed him that since he's a punk.
So, hold on. Here's the really important part. You're going to be making memes, right? That's what it's all about.
No, listen. Don't listen to me.
Oh, of course, dude. Or I could just go to you, Joe, right?
Hey,
yeah, I got you.
Listen, don't make memes. Last time a meme was made, and it was actually made about me. The guy pulled out. He made shit about me on the internet.
Let's put it this way. If people support you enough, they'll make memes for you. I'll put it this way. Last time I was in a meme war, I didn't make a single one.
I don't want to do anything. Yeah, so I was gonna have a question, but Joe kind of stole my thunder. I was gonna ask Man Down who he wanted to fight next, but you guys already kind of hit on that. So
we're being too polite.
I don't have a question. I just want to say hi.
I'm not being polite. I just don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, you know.
But I'll stomp the shit out of you, Jordan Brown.
There's your plug, Jordan Brown. That was your plug. Oh damn. Yeah, no, that was a great fight. Hey, his next fight was against Matt Waddell. Matt Waddell, you won. Here's your plug, dude. That was a hell of a fight.
That
was got a couple times.
I've actually watched that fight a lot in the past.
Yeah, hey,
I probably watched it 10,000 times the past 2 weeks.
Hey, I was at Table Titans the other day, and Waddell even said it. He goes, "I'm a 45er, and he's a 35er." He came up to fight me, and he was still stronger.
Oh, so he came up. Oh, so okay.
Yep.
Look at it matches up perfect then, right?
Yep.
First fight at 35, following fight against Waddell at 45. Yep. If he's really looking for an ass kicking at 55, if he's fucking calling me out after he walks up to Henny Chris after the fight and says, "Oh, I want Danella." I never met the kid in my life. I never met the kid in my fucking life.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, no, that's great. But I mean, you want me? Okay, eat a steak. Fucking, I'll see you at 55. Steak. What the fuck? Yeah. And listen, I make a mean tube steak. I do. I'll tell you, I drop it on your fucking forehead. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
You guys don't have to fight, but if you do, it should probably be 55.
Hey,
we don't
Bearded
know.
Dragon, you're fighting Cage Titans in August, right?
Oh, you hang
Yes, sir. Yep. Quentin Harris at 155.
Quentin Harris at 155. Are you pro or amateur?
Amateur, sir. 2-0.
Very nice. All right, dude.
Undefeated.
I'm always fucking working on nights of your fights, and it sucks, and I fucking hate
It's
it.
pretty cool. Tooth gets so. I was joking with Joe on the way here. The Tooth looks so pissed off when he's heading to the cage,
So
and I
weird.
think we figured it out. I
'cause
think
that
it's because
fucking drive.
Yeah, he's
It's
like,
gotta
this
be, right?
motherfucker made me drive fucking 4 times this week down to the gym to train for
Look at
this
him,
fight.
look at him, look at
that
him,
look.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at him.
He's
that's
got it right in front of us.
I
Yeah.
fucking drove all this fucking way all week.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay for that gas.
So
in
I don't
blood.
okay. Like it's a bad drive. I can see how driving to the gym is pretty bad. But you train for 3.5 hours and you're deadbeat tired, and then make that drive back. Screw that. I'm sleeping
And you
in
know
the car.
what? And you know what he said to me? He said to me
Did it
before
the other
that
day in
that
the Envoy, I got crushed
Yes.
on my gas bill, dude.
I know,
Oh,
but
pushing it.
he said to me before that the drive home is really a way to sit inside your head and evaluate everything
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
just
I'd be
went
asleep.
through and learned
It's
and everything.
important.
yeah, I sit in my head. I'd be asleep.
I'm actually using the ride out to get myself in the right frame of mind to not be I'm gonna tap everybody out today, or I'm gonna hit JoJo more than he's gonna hit me,
Yeah.
or man down thinks he's good, but I'm gonna show him he's not. I mean, obviously,
I say that every time I go in the gym again about Manny.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make examples.
Love you, Manny, but screw you.
Hey, Bearded Dragon, feel free to stay on the line. Feel free to hang up, dude. You're part of the conversation if you want
Yeah,
to.
bring the sauce.
Yeah.
We're with you. Sorry,
You got
Jimmy.
the sauce?
Jimmy, go ahead.
So anyway, yeah.
I'm just letting you guys talk and shit,
Yeah,
man.
I'm just,
saying
If
what's
you
up.
want to chime in, you do that, brother. Go ahead, Jim.
Hell yeah. I just
Just one quick thing with the whole Bill Mahoney being the mad scientist, because obviously he is. My last fight, I had a guillotine basically locked up on the cage.
Did he teach you
And
that in the
right
fight?
through, like, real quick when I locked it up, I was like, I should pull guard right now. I got this locked up. It's done. I looked down at Bill, and I was like, I'm literally going to be off the team if I pull guard for a guillotine
it's
right
for
now,
real.
even if I win. So
Hold
I
on.
didn't pull guard, and so just kind of like to further that point, he never
But
tells
let's talk about that
anyone to
guillotine.
pull guard.
Hold on, let's talk about that
Ever.
guillotine. How did Bill explain to you to do the guillotine? Was he just screaming at you? Was that it, or was he showing you?
No. I looked over at him, and he like demonstrated what I wasn't doing right.
Hey, if
Because
you're cornering with Bill
can't
Mahoney,
deal with the crap in
if
there.
you're cornering with Bill Mahoney, he's probably gonna choke you in the middle of the fight just to show the fighter what's up. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I've literally seen him grab Mark Giove by the neck and tell somebody to turn over a guillotine.
Is that why Jovi's always in the
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
Dude, Jovi,
Oh.
hey,
Hey,
Jovi,
shout out to
he'll
Mark
kill-
Giove.
He'll kill for one of us.
Dude, Mark Giove,
Absolutely.
yes.
Dude, Jovi.
Listen,
Dude,
listen,
I love
You know what's so
nobody
funny?
pumps me up harder than Mark
I made
Giove.
my buddy Ryan Parker. I took my kids and he had his kids having ice cream at some joint in Westport, and I said, "Man, I love." He said, "What do you think of Mark Giove?" I'm like, "Dude, he's the nicest guy, sweetest, kindest. Like he's never seen him raise his voice." And he started laughing in my face when I said that. And he's
Dude,
like,
it's-
"Let me show you the video, the knee bar video."
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God! Like I instantly
Jesus.
had a new level of love for him.
You know that
When I
film?
saw that, because all that is passion, dude.
Of course.
That's fucking passion.
Yeah.
bleeding
I'll
out
tell
of
you
him,
the
dude.
second scariest thing. I did.
Neba!
I did.
Neba!
Second
Yeah,
scariest
let's
thing.
drive all this.
I've
way.
done the good fight
Fucking
once.
Neba.
I've done
Just qualify me.
Dude, no, it gets worse. I think the one I saw in person was worse. I've done the good fight once because I wasn't fighting on that Cage Titans. They always line up. They're always the same day.
Yeah.
So Giove decided to do it. Well, for you that don't know, it's submission only. You cannot win by points. Well,
Really?
Giove was competing for 45 minutes in one match, in a gi match. 45 minutes straight. I'm tired after a couple rounds that go
Dude,
45
Dude,
minutes.
yeah.
But this is how the match almost ended. He was stuck in a deep, deep guillotine, and for those of you that train at South Shore, you're not guillotining Mark
No,
Giove.
fuck
Yeah, you're not. You're just not. Well, he was in this for probably about a minute and a half, and then he got to a position where he kind of made his opponent tighten it up. So I thought he was going to tap. He stepped over to the other side. He got to a position where he was safe, and he just wasn't moving. The ref thought he went out and stopped the match. Instantly. Pops up, face red. Are you serious? Why did you just stop this?
I
Huge
missed
blowout.
it.
Dude,
Oh,
huge
man.
blowout. And the ref was like, you were unconscious. He goes, then how did I just get up? The kid's looking at Giove like, no, he was fine. And 5 minutes straight, flipping out at him. He goes,
Did
I'm
he get
fine.
to continue the match?
Yep, put him right back in the guillotine.
Oh man.
Right back in the guillotine. 2 minutes later, same thing.
And Ryan,
Same thing.
I bet Pac had to come over and delegate.
Yep. 2 minutes later, same thing.
Yeah,
He's in the
Yo,
guillotine.
huge shout out to Mark Giove, dude. He's awesome. He's like irreplaceable in the corner, dude.
Most definitely. Mark Giove, he will never yell to hype you up before a fight, but his words will do it all alone. He's the fight night.
Gets
fine.
fucking
He just kind of I sometimes, I mean, I'm good. I'll talk to people, whatever, because it is what it is, right? He'll come by and he'll just be like, you know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, he'll be like, it's your time to kick his ass. And just walk by and just kind of look around like nothing ever happened, dude.
Hey, dude, he doesn't mess around. Where his family, like, straight up, like, he's had some talks with me, and it's like he's sending his son into fight. Like, he is fully invested in this.
Oh yeah.
Like, he is fully invested in all of our fights.
After Manny's fight with dude there.
Right? Oh yeah, we had
something just went down.
Yeah,
something went down on Facebook with that the other day too.
So Manny got another. We'll talk about it. Don't worry. So Manny got another.
The bases tonight.
Yeah. So Manny got another impressive win at Cage Titans. That was when he beat Rodrigo, right?
Yes, 35.
Okay.
35 second guillotine, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Well, apparently
ninja choke.
Yeah,
sorry,
Manny.
Ninja, get that standing.
Yeah, he got that standing, but then apparently somebody said later on that his guillotine doesn't work. Okay. Well, anyways, one of his teammates decided to step in the cage and get in Manny's face.
Bruno.
Now, Bruno. I was getting there. So Manny's still trying to celebrate. Oh, I just beat up like one of the best guys in New England. Because let's be real, he's ranked up there. He's good. And Manny smoked him. That's what happened.
He was 13-3.
You can say you have an opinion, but I'll tell you it's wrong. He smoked him.
Smoked.
But so he got into Manny's face, and instinct is obviously like, dude, get away from me. I'm trying to celebrate. So Manny gave him a little shove. And when he started walking towards Manny, Mark Giove was not having any of it.
I would want zero part of that.
No way. No,
I mean,
I'd rather fight Manny.
Listen,
I'm not fighting Giove.
There's no technique to fight crazy.
No.
And he's a damn good grappler.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't fighting that night, and I remember I was sitting in the 45s way up top, and I saw Giove going like this, screaming in somebody's face, and the champ, Zach DiSalvatino, sitting behind me. I go, yo, Giove's up, we're on. And me and him sprinted downstairs trying to figure out what's going on. And I think Bill and a security guard were holding Mark back as he's flipping out on a professional fighter. Mark doesn't care. You don't mess with his fighters. And that's actually what he was saying over and over again. You don't touch my fighters. You don't touch our fighters.
Who is? I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with who Mark.
He's
like that.
Mark Giove is a South Shore sport fighting legend.
Yes.
Who teaches the class on Fridays and corners us on fights. And I will say, I mean, fighting is so fucking mental. And
oh yeah,
and
he's
like,
there.
and I mean, I've known that, and like, Mark almost can like sense it in you when you need it. Like, there's been a few times. I only have 2 fights in my amateur career, and there's been a few times where I'm like feeling really fucked up and really down, and like I have not talked to Mark. I haven't seen Mark 2 weeks at the gym or nothing. I look down at my phone. There's a nice paragraph from Mark. Like,
crazy,
just fucking like.
That's what happens when you hang out with Bill.
I'm okay now, right, dude?
Dude, it's ridiculous.
You got one the other day?
I didn't get one the other day, but I've gotten them when I've needed it, and he would have no way to know. He would have no way of knowing that you need it. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. South Shore sport fighting. It's just fucking. It's a wizardry. It's like Hogwarts. Come on down, huh?
Bill's Dumbledore, minus the beard.
I think Bill makes a good point when he says, he's just average. Most of society is,
below.
Right.
Stupid.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I tell my kids that.
I mean, just like, like as he says, humans as a whole, like as a race,
right?
It's true,
and that's why Bill can teach you how to do anything, because he knows you have a short attention span.
And that underlines the fact that it's mental.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
To all your instinct. I mean, especially because Bill says don't pull guard, and your instinct must be like, don't pull this extraordinarily large, powerful man on top of you. Like, just don't do that. Like that.
That's just years of experience that he has with fighters. It's
it's got to be years of experience you have. I mean, would you guys pull guard like that if he said
if Bill Mahoney says it? Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can't think of a situation where he would tell me
actually said that,
but I would do it.
Bill Mahoney said, "Jojo, drive down to the Point Bridge tonight and jump off."
Yeah.
Get 5 backflips in before you hit the water, and I can guarantee you a shot in the UFC. He fucking.
I drive him.
Listen, I've used that analogy. My dad, he worries. Bless his heart. He worries more than anybody I've ever seen. No, for real. No, if you see me fight Jose Rivera, I thought my dad was gonna have a heart attack. I had to apologize to him after the fight. I won, but I had to apologize. Anyways, When I first started fighting, he asked me, like, oh, is that Bill Mahoney guy a good coach? Like, what do you know? Blah, 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 blah. And I said exactly what the Tooth said. If Bill Mahoney told me to jump off a bridge, instant. I wouldn't even question it. Why, where, when. I would just go find a bridge and jump. Because there's something that he knows that I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta keep it real,
just
man. Bill Mahoney's my boy now. I love him, man, but I ain't jumping off shit.
I'm jumping. I'm jumping. Bill Mahoney says it, I'm jumping. It's either not a fire drop, it's deep water, or there's a bungee cord attached to me that I don't know about, but Bill Mahoney knows. I don't know how, but he knows.
So do you think, would you have won that fight had you not pulled guard?
I was going to win no matter what.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been that
Yeah,
easy.
no, it's Bill's way of looking at it is getting in, taking the least amount of damage, and getting out.
In and out.
He wants the path of least resistance. I mean, the fans want to see me go in there and move my hands a little bit.
Yeah.
These two know what my stand-up game's like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
His first fight, he was moving them hands.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it, but
Kill it.
my jiu-jitsu is just on a level where my hands just aren't equal to yet, or it doesn't really make sense to try to put myself in harm's way and get hit by a lucky punch where there's no such thing as a lucky freaking omoplata or a chokeoplata or a triangle. I have the ability to do all of that, if I need to.
Yeah.
If I feel
Choking
like I'm
necks
in the
and
right
cashing
position,
checks.
if I feel like I'm in the right position in a fight.
Choking necks and cashing checks.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch, I mean, again, I'm not fighting like ranked guys or anything, but
I don't
if
give
you
a
watch me
fuck.
when I'm on the ground, right? I ain't trying to like fucking dry hump somebody until my
you're
face
looking
turns
for a
purple
finish.
trying to hold them. Like, I wanna make space. I want that person to move, so
I want to punch you in the face, yeah.
I'm the scramble king, man. I want you in a scramble.
I tell you though.
I want to catch you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I catch dudes in a scramble.
Yeah,
when
for
you
real.
see, you watch me and Manny roll, right? He's doing this new thing to me lately. We get in a scramble situation, the kid just rolls and gets like 10 feet away from me, and he does it repeatedly. And after a while, dude, like he knows, he starts wearing me down. He's a little shit like that.
And then he jumps on your neck. And
Well,
and then he makes me. He's like, "Let's go another round." He knows I'm tired. And he's pushing me one, and he's bullying me.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you ever had one good round in anything with Manny Bermudez and then been done? One round.
If you ever got the better of Manny, and then he's like, "All right, bro, I'll catch you later."
Yeah, ever? I'll tell you the answer. No.
No,
I'm not even saying you won the round.
Hey.
But if you won 3 seconds, you're doing at least 2 more rounds.
To answer that question, that's between me and Manny.
Honestly, like I've been in fights where I'm like, damn, this sucks. This is a shitty situation, but fuck, like it's not as bad as when Manny gets you.
Dude,
you know what I mean? Like it's a tool that no other gyms have.
You know what a lot of people don't realize about that kid? Like
he's a freak.
He is very, very fucking smart. Like he's a smart fighter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like very, very smart.
smart.
Like he goes for the finish. Like he ain't trying to outpoint you. Like if he sees another one, he sees an opening. Like he's gonna dive on it. And
Hey, let's put it this way.
what-
Let's shut down the shit on Facebook the other day about going to a decision
I was
with
just
Saul
gonna say-
Almeida.
I was just
the
gonna say
230
that.
brought it up. If you think Manny wasn't trying to finish that fight, you are out of your mind. That's why he won, because he was trying to finish you, and you were trying to lay on top of him. That's not fighting.
Well, I mean, I got nothing to say about that fight, but I mean,
No, the judges said it. The judges said it. He won.
I remember watching that.
It was a
fight. He
close fight. Don't
attacking
get me
a lot.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. It was a close fight, but Manny was trying to win. He was trying to finish Saul.
Manny won.
And he did win.
He did win.
Manny
Exactly.
won.
By decision?
Yep.
Yep. His
Yep.
the
You-
only
unanimous?
decision
Was it
fight.
unanimous?
A unanimous decision. The only decision fight of his
Yep.
entire professional career.
Hey, not knocking Saul. He's tough, but that's just how
No,
the fight
that's
went.
no. In my eyes, that speaks to Saul.
Yeah.
You're a tough
You
guy.
decision- you went to a decision with
brought
Manny Bermudez.
The guy who
Hey,
finishes
that,
dudes.
that dude just had a pretty good win not too long.
Oh
ago.
yeah,
he did.
him and LeBurge.
No.
They went to war too.
Fucking
Yo.
Saul's a tough dude.
I've trained with
Hold on.
LeBurge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on.
He's
Yeah,
a
let's
bad motherfucker,
yeah, let's give
dude.
a compliment
No
to the
shit.
both of them. Dude,
Bad motherfucker.
LeBurge is a scary dude.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you
No
step
shit.
in there to go spar LeBurge, you're in there to catch some hands.
Saul
I
fought
think the
him
last
real
time
well.
I trained him, he almost ripped my arm off.
Yeah.
I was
Dude,
like,
he's-
oh, like,
he's a
oh,
savage.
shit. Like,
I think I've done stand up with him like 2 or 3 times, and it was it was crazy.
hey, good fucking dude though.
Yeah. Oh, he's
Solid.
he's the man. I remember
From the rib, man. That's what happened.
Dude, the first time I saw him fight, I think all of Fall River walked out with him. I was down at CES, and there was like 30 people walking down with him, and I was
Yo,
like, oh
if
my
it's from
god.
the
I
rib,
think he's
man.
walking out with the Punisher t-shirt. I was like, yeah, I'm not fighting that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But no, exactly. Compliments to Saul. He beat LeBurge, but it is what it is. Manny's beating tough guys. Manny's beating world-class fighters over and over again.
Dude, that last fight against Ferguson, that kid. You see that kid at weigh-ins? That kid looked like a fucking gargoyle. You
For
shitting
real.
me? Looked like he just come off the fucking one of the churches, bro.
Ferguson.
Yeah, Tony Ferguson, right? That was his
Oh,
name, right?
yo, That dude was jumping rope for like
No, what the
45
fuck was
minutes
his name?
straight.
Who?
About
Manny's
2 hours.
the
before
one-
he
Manny didn't fight
fought.
Tony Ferguson.
No, not Tony
Who's that?
Ferguson.
Hey, did you guys
What
see
was
him
his name?
skipping rope for like 45 minutes?
Who? Kukui?
No, what was it Gravely?
the frog?
Tony
Oh, Gravely, not Ferguson.
Gravely,
Ferguson. I'm like,
Hey,
what are you talking
whatever,
about?
I don't
Hey,
know,
no,
man.
you know why I said it? Because El Kukui's
there's
taking
some
out
good
McGregor.
shit getting passed around here. Don't give me no fucking shit like that. Come on, man. Come on, I fucked up somebody's name. Double me. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, but
No.
hey, yo, that dude was
Tony-
he was in shape.
Dude, and Tony Gravely,
He
he
was
was there to
like
win.
a fucking gargoyle.
He was
That
there to
dude
win.
Was shredded. He looked like he was made out of granite, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, you see how he picked Manny up and slammed his ass?
Like he was nothing.
Like it was
no
nothing.
big
You know
deal.
how
And
hard
we all-
that is,
And we
too.
all know it's a
No,
big
it's
deal.
not easy to
Hey,
get
that is
Manny
not-
that
We
high.
say he picked him up like it was nothing, but it wasn't
It
nothing.
wasn't.
That's
and
a
he
big
slammed
deal.
him, and as soon as they hit the ground, he was choking, bro.
Yeah.
As soon as Manny's back touched the ground, Gravely, whatever the fuck his name was choking.
Tony
All right?
Gravely, so there you go. You got half the name. Tony
Then
Ferguson,
yeah,
Tony
thank
Gravely.
you.
Got it.
I said Tony and looked at you and automatically thought Ferguson.
Dude, everybody's getting.
That's because I
fucked
give him.
tonight.
Yeah,
Hey,
right?
by the way, I am the South Shore Sport Fighting. I'm the king of UFC 2 on Xbox.
Shut up.
Nobody in the gym can beat me. It's
Way.
fucking remarkable. And you don't even have to play me. It's all right.
Yo,
UFC
you gonna
2.
keep me on the main screen the whole time?
Hey, shout
You ain't
out
on
to
the main screen,
hey,
bro.
shout out to Drew All Day
That's
Marias.
My
the other
dude.
screen.
Shout
Don't worry about that.
shout out to All Day.
you
Name my son after him.
Dude, your son's a tank.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
If
He's
it's in the
the-
name, I
yeah,
can see it.
he's
Drew
the next
Moraes and your
155
son, Drew,
champion.
That
dude,
kid's
it's
a
crazy.
ball.
Hold on, let's talk about that. The other day, I was over to Nella's house just shooting the shit, hanging out. And actually, I don't even think you were home from work yet. And so he has a daughter and a son, and they were just messing around wrestling. And then he walks in the house, they say hi. 2 minutes later, we're all sitting in the room, and they start wrestling. And Drew gets shoved to the floor and immediately throws on a leg weave on his sister and goes for a heel hook. And he looks
don't
at
know where he
yeah,
learned.
first of all, he's not leg weaving anybody into a heel hook. Immediately looks at his sister and goes,
You gotta
tap.
be kidding me.
I swear on my life.
it
He
was
goes, he
remarkable,
grabs her
dude.
heel, both hands.
was
I
fucking
swear.
remarkable.
He looks at his sister, he goes, tap, sissy. Tap. You gotta tap.
Hey, what you said the other day?
Did she tap?
about
And she
your,
did.
Alani
And then she immediately
saying,
got up and said rematch. That's,
Yeah.
that's a
like,
Danilo
take it in
thing.
the
Let's go
field or
again.
The woods or something.
Oh, when Drew.
Yeah,
Drew,
so
yeah.
tell that one. Oh
Yo,
my
he's
god,
getting-
I was
he's
so
been getting
I was
tough.
so happy that I saw
Been getting
that.
tough as hell. He's been getting tough as hell with his sister, and we're driving somewhere. And,
She's scary too, don't get me wrong.
and you know she
Don't
she
let that smile
she,
fool
she
you.
yeah, and she gives him the benefit of the doubt. She lets him be the little guy and talk shit sometimes and everything, but she wasn't having it. And he was saying something about watching something when we got home, and she said, I don't want to watch that, Drew. And he goes, yeah, well, we're driving by like a road that had woods on either side. He says, well, I'll take you out in the woods. And she goes, you know what? Why don't you try and take me out in the woods then? Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and try and take me out in the woods. And like, he don't give a shit. You know, Drew never cares. And
Tough
Drew kind of
bastard.
looked at her like, all right, I guess we're watching Dora.
Oh, that's
Dude,
awesome.
nothing
That's a blessing.
scarier than walking in the house and having man down's daughter go, look at my leg kick, and then blasting you in the side of the thigh. It's the worst feeling ever.
Just trying to get her in the kids class.
I
Yeah.
graduated
Scary.
to that status.
Hey,
I'm
walk
not
soft.
even a
carry
teenager
your
yet,
stick.
and I'm limping after she kicks me.
I'm proud.
That's okay.
It's
That's
nice.
okay.
And
Beast.
how many other gyms can bring their kids in to I bring them in on Sundays.
Dude, my
Yeah.
They run around with
Uh-huh.
everybody.
Yeah,
You got
exactly.
everybody fucks with them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? My son goes home going, I fought JoJo, I fought Zach, I fought Jimmy. You know what I
I've
mean?
never
Like,
beaten Drew Danelli.
how
in a
cool is
fight.
that, man? How cool is that? That alone, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, and they'll grow up with it. They'll grow up with Bill
Yeah.
Mahoney.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an honor.
Bill Mahoney coaching them.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean, I
telling ya.
already graduated high school when I met Bill. But
Look
I
at
mean,
hey, you
kids
wanna
like
see,
Manny,
hey,
Bobby
I was just
Gassia.
gonna say, you want
Yeah.
to talk about people who have been around Bill since they were kids? Well,
Yep.
okay, let's talk about 9-0 Manny fucking Bermudez.
Yeah, he's-
with 8
Yeah,
finishes.
next
He's
in the
9-0.
UFC. He's on the
9-0.
list.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he's
right.
on- thank you, he's on that.
I always forget that. I always
Yeah.
think he's just like someone that started, but
Yeah.
like 6-7
And
years
here's the
old.
best part. Here's the best part is Bill will. If you ask Bill, he will tell you like, no, oh Manny's a freak, right? No, he's not. Everybody, I asked him. I go, so Manny's been like that since he started. Like he's a freak of nature, and he's like, no. If you train at South Shore, you know Manny doesn't shut the fuck up. He's gonna rip on you the whole time you're training. Apparently, when Manny started training, never talked to anybody. Just went in, did his thing, wasn't that good. He worked really hard. He's total opposite.
He's told me stories about like the older teams. that
Oh,
have come
dude.
through.
Manny's
He
told me the
some-
stories.
My
That's
favorite
scary
story.
shit.
My favorite story is when he tells me when Fred Bellaton broke his nose with the elbow.
My favorite one.
No, I heard that dude's a nice. I heard he's got some grappling skills.
Yo,
My-
that dude's the scariest dude in the gym.
It's close. There's a couple bad.
Fred Bellaton scares me.
Fred
The only
Bellaton.
reason I say that is because like a few months ago, he come in the gym on a Sunday and we were all MMA sparring, and it was like the the old school crew, like Lee, Josh, the Sharks. You know what I'm saying? And like. Fred comes walking over and Fred's got MMA gloves on and Fred goes, anybody want a spot? And I seen 6 great whites head for deeper waters, okay? And they all looked at Grispy, right? And Grispy said, "Oh no, I'm just about done." I said, "Oh God, damn!" It's like that.
No, my favorite is the day Manny turned 16. He decided that I should go train on my birthday, and Grispy had a field day in MMA sparring, field day.
It's all part of it.
Yeah, I blame that for why Manny beats us up.
That's probably it had to have come from somewhere, right?
Oh yeah.
And now Josh calls Manny the bully.
Well,
that's why I love when Fred Bellaton comes in. Oh, Manny, you want to spar? And he's like, no. And I'm like, Manny, why don't you want to spar him? Because if you don't know, I don't spar Manny.
You don't say that to him.
I swear to God.
Oh no.
You say to Manny, why don't you want to spar?
Yeah, I know the answer, but I like giving him shit because I'm not sparring Manny. So why not give him shit?
What class does he fight in? Does Manny fight in?
Manny fights at 135, 145, 155.
He has to jump around just like Joe has to find people to fight him.
Oh wow!
Just like Tooth has. Tooth has too.
Yeah. So let me.
What do you mean? No, didn't
the
weight change 5 days out from your last fight?
Let's put it this way: you didn't fight at 165. You fought at 174. Your opponent came in 9 pounds heavy. You fought at 174.
Weren't you supposed to fight that at 170, 55? No?
65. And the guy showed up at 74.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
He came in heavy.
He was 6'4". He's big enough as is. He doesn't need.
He was a large. That was a large man.
Yeah.
He ain't want to fight.
And of course not. He was probably hoping that he'd be like, "Oh, no fight."
That's why he was catch. That's why he gave up part of his purse, right?
Okay.
It was very tiny.
Right.
It was a very.
Got to make sure the fight happens.
Exactly.
Got to give the people what they want.
Right.
I mean, you made a commitment at that point.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alex Dolan for saving everybody's commitment all the time.
God.
Shout out to Alex Dolan.
Alex Dolan literally. Okay, so I became friends with him after I fought him last year when my opponent pulled out. I want to say a week ago, he posted a time hop on his Facebook where he tagged the UFC in a status and said, "Where do I sign up?" The UFC replied on the status. They commented and said, "What would you like to sign up for?" He said, "Where do I sign up to take a shot at McGregor?" And he's not kidding. He's dead ass. He's serious.
Whatever. Good on the fucking kid.
Dude, exactly.
I was just
He's got
about
the
to
second
say,
biggest set of balls.
It's a certain level of fucking balls.
It wasn't like, he's not one of these local fighters that like tell other guys like, "Oh, I'd fight McGregor." No, he went to the source and said, "How do I fight him?"
And he would 100%, no doubt in my mind, absolutely fight McGregor.
Oh, of course, he would show up.
He'd fight anybody.
And this is how I know. My opponent pulled out. I got a new opponent, and then I got my opponent pulled out the day of the fight. So that's 48 hours. Yeah, Crow's
Neck Butin pulled out.
Is that his name? I don't remember.
Crow's Neck.
I remember Crow's Neck.
I would never forget that fucking name, dude.
I kind of wanted to see that fight, man.
Yeah, it was gonna be an interesting fight. I was going up like 20 pounds. That was gonna be a good fight. Well, unfortunately, he got sick.
That was me laughing.
Hey, he was a big dude. So he pulled out, and I was actually food shopping for after the fight. I had a cart full of food ready to eat, and Paul Veer called me and said, "Hey, Crow's Neck's not gonna fight." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "He just posted something about being in the hospital with, I think he had something going on." Anyways, moral of the story: this is 3 hours before Cage Titans. First fight's at 6:05. At 3:05, they call Alex Dolan and say, "Hey, do you want to fight undefeated 3-0 Joe Giannetti?"
Yep.
Yeah. I'll be there in 30 minutes.
What? Grab my shorts.
Nope, he had the shorts on him. You can ask. He has the shorts on him. He wasn't even living in Massachusetts. He was in Massachusetts to see his mother, and he was just going down like, "Hey, I'm going to see some of the local guys fight, and I'm going to bring my shorts in case they need somebody to fight." And sure as shit, I needed a fight, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." 3 hours notice.
That takes balls because I didn't really believe you guys in the beginning. I figured when I got into fighting that everybody else was, gonna fight. You know what I mean? I figured that, and Joe would tell me, "Bro, it's just gonna happen. Don't worry. Eventually, you're gonna come across a time where you don't." And it just so happened to happen in my second amateur fight. I was supposed to fight in January. It was Achilles, and then Achilles actually got hurt. Shout out to Jose Achilles. He's a fucking tough kid.
That's another one who's better than his record. That kid comes to bang. He's a lot better
than 0-3. And you know what? The whole fight camp, when we did fight in April, Tooth told me, "Hey, this kid's fucking good. This kid's good, man, down." Not that I would ever underestimate anyway, but Tooth told me, "Hey, this kid's good." And I remember thinking after he popped me in the first round, I'm like, "Fucking Tooth, this kid's good."
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, I go up there every once in a while. I train with a niece, El Halliday. He's like a grappling phenom. Like he's pretty damn good. His hip movement is like he'll break a steel beam with his hip movement.
Oh, shit.
It's good.
Rough.
But yeah, that's
Yeah. Shout out to Jose Teles.
That was a barn burner.
That's yeah.
That guy fight of the night?
No, I got fucking robbed.
Yeah. Hold on, who got fight of the night that night?
Excuse me, I'm friends with both of these guys, but Navis and Dunn did. I got fucking robbed.
I think you got robbed. I love you both, but I think
Man
Down
Teles
got
got
robbed.
robbed.
But was that Slam? The big Slam?
That was the first fight. No,
Yeah, no,
Teles
second
did,
fight, they stood in the pocket and banged it out.
Teles did everything in his power to not let me slam him, to his credit. And
Yeah.
And you know what? Because I look for that. I fucking look for that. I'll tell them right now. Anybody I'm fighting, I'll double leg your ass and fucking slam you. You're goddamn right. I look for that. That's
how Shaw proved.
Bro, once I hear that fucking on the back, boom! When I hear that shit and I hear everyone go, god damn if I'll be stopped. That's it at that point. I don't give a fuck.
You hear it here, man down.
I really don't.
I don't even hear
Hold on, so here's the real question.
I hear it.
Hold
I don't hear
on. So,
nothing.
are you definitely going to be training to get on the November card?
Oh, I'm on the November card.
Okay.
I
just wanted to make it public.
The only thing that can stop me is injury. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I had to get
Yeah.
some shit. Hey, I had to get some shit sorted out.
Yep,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
I had to take care of some shit.
Yeah,
That shit's
you
all
know.
taken care of. And now I'm gonna
I've been
take care
through
of
it.
some other shit.
Yeah, everybody's been through it. It's not easy doing this shit, especially as an amateur. Jimmy's done it. I've done it. Mike's doing it right now.
That's
Amateurs, it's tough.
That's where you learn, because
Yeah.
that's where all my bad shit outside of life. And once you learn to just balance and dabble the day-to-day basis things to be able to deal with the MMA craziness, then you can, start
Right.
showing like, yo, this is what it is,
Yeah, it's not even so much balancing out the fighting and your outside life. It's sometimes you need that extra $300, $500 from ticket sales.
Absolutely.
You don't get paid to be an amateur MMA fighter.
Absolutely.
You do it for the sport. You sell tickets because it feels great to have your closest friends and family be there. And yeah, you get a kickback and you get a percentage off ticket sales. But hey, I've been to some straight wars. When I defended my belt with Jose Rivera, that was 5 rounds. That was 5 rounds of me getting my head punched in and having to wrestle him the whole time. Yeah, I was trying to finish him, but I couldn't keep him down. He
Yo,
was lighting me
I'm
up
sorry to
handed.
cut you off. Just real quick. Shout out to my boy from fucking middle school, okay? Marcus McLaren. He just signed a big boy contract for a pro team in Germany. It's almost 2 a.m. It is 2 a.m. over there. He has a tournament tomorrow. He is tuned in right now from Germany.
Yeah, call in.
Marcus,
Call
if
us
you
up,
can
homie.
call in, bro.
Yeah,
You can
You
call
can
us
if you
up.
want. I know
Yeah,
it's
give us
late
a
over
call.
there, but what's good, Marcus, man?
That's toll free, Marcus.
Hey,
That's
let
free
me
to
tell you
call.
something. You guys want to talk about a grind, man? This kid since he was a kid always had a basketball in his hand. He was always down the court shooting. He was on every team. He was on every fucking every travel team, everything, And now he's sending me snaps from fucking Venice 2 weeks ago, talking about how
That's
you
just
living.
like being an
You know what
amateur
I'm
MMA
saying?
fighter.
That's
Same
what I'm
thing.
saying.
You're not
I
getting
tell
paid
him
for
all
that.
the time, man.
Hey,
The
see one
grind,
of
bro.
those leagues that run like
Yeah,
in
the European
summer?
leagues, yeah.
That's how like a lot
He's
of
a monster, bro.
players getting picked up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They check out those
He's
European
a monster,
leagues.
and it's from
Yeah.
hard work, bro. It's hard work and
There's
determination.
a lot of games.
He's
bro.
from
They're playing,
Braintree,
like,
bro.
Yeah.
He's
I
from
think they
Braintree.
get like 3 days off a month.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And
They
they
stay
play like
busy.
three different tournaments per month, right? At like 3 months in a row, I think,
Yeah.
in the summer.
He's a beast.
And they get euros.
And
Yeah.
Apparently, are better than dollars.
Hey, man, he's
Not going to be as good as the Amero.
I'll tell you though, the hard work,
Oh,
man.
no.
Hard work will get you there. And Marcus, my boy Marcus, is definitely a
Good for you,
example of that
Marcus.
outside of MMA. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
straight up.
Can
No
be in
shit.
anything.
Nice.
You know?
Nice. Hey, call in, Marcus, if you want to. Watching from Germany, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
So let me ask you this: like you said you can't hear anybody when you're in the ring, when you're in the cage and you're fighting.
I mean, obviously I identify with, listen, I hear when your name's being announced,
Awesome.
that's...
You hear that? Yeah. But
Like,
I'm talking about
that's-
in the fight.
I'm just walking you through it, like, I can hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's there, but it's not like... That's not my main focus. Like
Right.
it's
Bill.
I
Like,
hear my
what
own,
is-
I hear my own breathing, and I hear Bill.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Actually, I hear more Ryan than Bill.
Oh shit. We got a caller from the 781.
Oh, who's this?
I don't know. Let's see. Caller from the 781. You are on the throwdown. Who's this?
It's Ryan again.
Oh, Jesus. Dude, what do I got to do now? I
It's
don't want to get
Ryan
evicted.
again.
I just want to let you know I died before Tal.
What do you say?
What?
He dabbed.
I died of zombies before Tal.
Him and Tal playing.
You
So,
let
I
her
gotta give her
down?
a shout
Dude,
out.
you did her dirty like that?
Wait,
Hold on, let's
Tal
talk about
died?
that.
Oh no, because
he
I had a
died.
bet going with him that she would carry the team because I thought he was a bum.
No, he just said he died first.
Oh, you did go down, so I was right. Fuck you calling in for that
I went down.
Yeah, hold on. If you guys
Thanks
don't
for-
know,
thanks for making me
if
right.
you guys don't
Shout
know,
out. Shout out to my wife, who's the best female zombie player probably on the planet.
Wife down and man down on zombies, unstoppable. I've seen some shit.
Your wife's name is Wife Down?
Wife down.
Yeah, fam down, man down.
Yeah, they got fam down.
Let's go.
Dude, they got. Hey, you think that's bad? They got cat down.
Yo, my cat has a higher kill count than any lion on this.
Dude, this kid's cat is ridiculous.
No, the shit she comes up with, it's crazy.
Cat.
Dude, is it one of those cats that walk across the parking lot like this is where
on my life, I watch her. I let her out real early sometimes, like right at daybreak, and I'll watch her from the window and shit. You should see these critters run. It's fucking wild. Everything heads for the trees. I had to pull her off a turkey. A full-grown
collar. I'm gonna keep you on the line. Hang up whenever you want. Oh, here, I'll go. Go ahead. Keep going.
A full fucking grown turkey. I look out my window. This cat's got it by the neck and it's back kicking this fucking turkey. I'm like, I gotta get it so it doesn't kill the turkey.
Fly, or was just kind of like
trying to fight.
The turkey was fighting for its life.
Yeah.
The turkey was in a fight for its life.
Wow.
No bullshit. And then
those things are fast.
And then a couple weeks ago we didn't get home till real late, so she didn't go out all day. And then when she finally went out, the next morning, within like 10 minutes, she killed a shrew and a fucking bird. 10 minutes, I had two right on my doorstep.
Yeah, my cat's the exact
They don't
opposite.
kill them either. They bat them down and they just...
And then they give it to you.
The reason they do that is they think you're a bad hunter. They think you can't feed yourself. And they care for you, so they're giving you food.
Here's your kill.
Honest to
God.
God.
No, it's what it is.
No, that's scientific fact.
Why else would they give it to you?
This cat
if they thought you could support yourself, they'd be like,
that's
it's my
part
food.
of like the feline.
It's a sign of affection.
They think they're above you.
It's a sign of affection.
Yeah. Like the DNA chain.
On
Like
the food chain, they think they're above you.
It's a sign of affection. They think you can't hunt. When lions get older and shit, anybody can debate me on this shit all the fuck they want. I watch Nat Geo every night. Let's go. I'm up 2:30. I can't sleep sometimes thinking about beating somebody's fucking ass watching Nat Geo. Let's do it. Nat Geo, why? What you want to know? The Galapagos, bro. You know about the Galapagos? 350 different species, exclusive only to the Galapagos Islands, Tooth. Come on, man.
I haven't had cable in a couple of years. Can you get that?
Gotta get the stick, the fire stick.
I got Netflix. Can I?
Yes. Fuck with Netflix. They do shit like that.
Amazon?
They gotta get.
How about Amazon?
You can
get it on there?
Netflix has a brand new special about the Galapagos Islands.
Really?
I'm telling you. I
fuck
with the Galapagos Islands, my man.
Oh man.
I'm telling you. So how you feeling, Tooth? We're a few weeks out. How do you feel?
I mean, I feel like mentally this is probably just...
I know, usually this close to a fight I can see a little bit of tense in your shoulders.
Dude, it's just every second of every day, dude, is just like so beautiful for me right now.
Perfect.
There ain't nothing that
makes a camp so much easier.
It's just... I mean, I have so much, I've had parts of my body just really hurt so bad in the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, you're going to listen to you're going to do what I want you to do. And
it's a good feeling.
I'm telling you, within like a day or so, the shit's gone.
Yeah.
I tell my body what to do, and I believe in everything I tell my body, and it's it's working out great for me.
It's the power of the mind, really. It's crazy, but it is.
Yeah.
It's the power of the mind.
I'm not afraid of that darkness. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just the curtain's been closed on me too many times. But
yeah, bring her sauce.
Yeah.
Did you grab some more sauce?
Hell yeah.
No, I was taking a leak. Drink 2 gallons a day while you can't wait. That happens.
So you know what I'm interested, because I already know how Joe feels about it.
Oh Jesus!
But I'm not too sure how Tooth feels about it. And this is we can get away a little bit from the local MMA scene, but Mayweather McGregor.
Joke.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's good. It's good to have eyes like that on the sport that we love. I mean, I understand it's boxing and everything, but
why isn't LeBron playing against the Bruins?
All right, so answer
why isn't Tom Brady lacing up his skates?
So answer me this then. Tell me one other MMA fighter that could do this.
Doesn't
Tell
matter.
me one other MMA fighter that could
Jordan
carry a
played
fight
baseball.
like this.
He
wasn't good at
Tim
it.
Tebow plays
He's
baseball.
not going to be good at boxing.
He's not, but that's okay.
So what other basketball player can play baseball?
Okay. What about Bo Jackson, bitch?
Yeah.
Huh? What about Reggie?
Deion Sanders.
Let's go. What about Deion? Let's do this.
There was a baseball player that pitched for the Marlins who was a relief pitcher.
What about
and he spent a
Danny
couple years in the
Ainge?
NBA. I forget who he is.
Fucking Danny Ainge
Was I even
the
born when
second
these dudes
baseman
were
for the
playing, bro?
Toronto Blue Jays. Then played for the Celtics.
Really?
No, Joe, you weren't. You weren't born until like 2000.
95.
Danny Ainge played for the Blue Jays? I did not know
Second
that.
baseman for the Toronto Blue Jays.
He made it to the majors?
Made it to the majors. Was drafted.
All right, so do you want my opinion on that?
He gets hyped up. It's so easy.
I know. It's just like I mean.
Yeah.
All right.
I
really.
want your opinion.
I want your opinion on it. It's not. I don't want your opinion on it. How the media views it, or anything like that. I want
We want
your
the
opinion
truth.
on the fight first.
The truth.
Who wins the fight?
Huh?
Who wins the fight?
Well,
How? In your opinion.
I think Mayweather looks at him for like a round or two, and then
Not wrong.
Looking at
Breaks out some dance
yeah,
moves.
just kind of looking at him, you know, because his style is not like, I mean, let's face, the last guy who had a style that wasn't anything that resembled boxing was Medina, and he was in the shit for a little bit.
I know, he
before
was.
they figured things out,
No
and
shit.
he was able to pull it off, but I think he's gonna look at him for a couple rounds, and then you start picking him apart.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's you'd like to think that Conor could go in and rock him and hit him a couple times, and that's what the fans want to see. That's what everybody wants to see. That's how they're hyping it. I'm sorry to disappoint everybody. It's going to be
James,
one of those
Tony, and
things.
Randy Couture.
Exactly. Like you're going to feel the same way. Like, oh, that was a stupid fucking idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But prelude to it. I mean, I myself.
The real winners is the both of them.
I
The
watched the
money they're
press
getting paid.
conference. Right, the press conference.
It was great. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Ain't nobody in MMA doing what Conor
That's what I'm
does.
saying. Nobody
That's
else can
right,
carry
That
like
dude
Which is
on-
fine.
when it comes to that part of the game, the talking and the
Kid's set for
believing
life.
in himself and shit like that. Like he thinks he can fucking stop time and walk on water. Like that's how much he fucking.
He has
believes
me
in himself.
beliing it on
You know
the
what
other
I'm
side
saying?
of the screen. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
Dude, he said he'd fight Tyrone Woodley.
Yeah.
That is
Alright,
that is
that's
one of
stupid.
that is one of the scariest men I've ever seen fight at 170 pounds.
Yeah.
Like my buddies that aren't really knowledgeable in MMA, they ask me all the time, like, "Oh, you look great at 170. Why don't you fight at 170?" I pull up
It's
one of two
Tyrone
people.
Woodley.
It's either Tyrone Woodley or Paul Daly.
Now, do you guys agree? Like, all right, there's two people talking, right?
Yep.
Mayweather saying that he hasn't used nearly a third of the f-bombs that Conor's
Well, he
used.
doesn't know much. His language isn't all there.
I understand. The linguistics, isn't in his
Money
freaking-
talks.
And exactly right, but he is what he is. Like he's a fighter. He trains. He is what he is, right? So one person's talking because they believe it,
Yeah.
and the other person's trying to convince everybody.
They're trying to get paid.
Right.
Exactly, like
Yeah.
trying to convince.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
am I
No,
wrong
I agree.
by the
No.
way they talk?
No, I
you're not
agree.
wrong.
I think in the beginning, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I haven't watched all.
I'm
of
sorry,
them. I
I-
watched a couple. And
I'm sorry I
answered.
answered this question. It's kind of a long answer, but the way I look at it is when I first started watching the press conferences, I thought Mayweather was the A side. Before any of the press conferences started, I thought Mayweather's the A side. Why the fuck else would anybody want to watch Conor box anybody else? As they progressed, and the one in Toronto, to see the control that fucking dude had of the crowd, I said, wow, McGregor's not bullshit. Mayweather actually needed him to make this type of money.
Yep.
Because in reality, you can even sit on this and think about it. I mean, you couldn't even answer this question now, but because you actually could, because it's a quick answer. Who the fuck else could Mayweather be fighting that you would want to spend money on watching?
I feel the same way about McGregor.
After the Pacquiao fight.
I feel the same way about McGregor. What other boxer do you really want to see McGregor fight?
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
most of the MMA guys, they don't know the other boxers. Like,
Right.
Mayweather is the perfect fighter where you know enough to bandwagon and say, oh, he's one of the best of all time, so if McGregor beats him, he's a beast. But if you're a real boxing fan, you also know that you probably don't like Mayweather, so if he does lose, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Anybody that's before all this that watched boxing, you probably don't like Mayweather. And you might not like McGregor, but
Do you
somebody's getting
guys agree with, we know how McGregor said, I'm going to quadruple my net worth with a quarter fight or a half a fight. Do you agree is boxing half a fight? MMA fighters?
No.
Say again, I'm sorry.
McGregor said no knees, it's half a fight. No, there's no knees, there's no kicks, there's no elbows.
I mean,
No
it's
way.
still a
MMA's
fight.
half a fight.
It's a fight. If you're fucking, I've seen grappling matches that are fights.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a fight is what you make it. I think the intensity behind it is what makes it a fight. I mean,
That's the thing. That's what I'm getting at. Like, that's the sport. It's boxing. It's not MMA. Like, I don't play basketball and say, why can't I flying knee you while you're shooting the ball?
see, the problem is most people believe that it's
the
all
same.
the same shit.
Yeah.
They
Right. It's
believe
not.
that it's all the same
Oh,
shit.
trust me, I do.
And
The last time I just cut you off for a minute.
Go for it.
The last grappling tournament, I went to help out the team.
Oh, I remember this.
I'm like, yo, why
Everybody.
Hey, those
saying
kids-
they got like a fight in this ring or
They're
someone's
fighting.
fighting there, and this is my fight. And my
That they're fighting.
First fight and second. I'm like,
Those
when
kids
did
are
that-
fighting.
I just want to know, like, when did that era start from when somebody went to say like, my first match is in ring 4.
I think it's good for the
fight.
kids. I think for the kids on that
No, it's
level.
definitely. I'm not saying.
Oh no, I know,
No,
I know. But I think I think that if you're like 16 up and you call it a fight, you've probably never been in a fight.
All right, so there's certain guidelines.
Yeah, there's certain
to look at.
guidelines. But like if you're a kid, you're 8 years old, you're not going to
That's
get
a
into a
fight.
fight. Yeah, that's a
And
fight.
they
That's the
are
closest
fighting
thing
their
you're
heart
going
out
to
to
it.
win
Yeah.
or lose.
Exactly.
Like so grappling matches aren't.
Well,
It depends.
It's called submission fighting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean,
Yeah.
you're fighting no submission. We're not playing patty cake and then the wrist lock wins. I mean, we're fighting each other's
Yeah.
body to gain an
You're getting another
advantage
man
to
to
make.
submit to you.
Yeah, I think that's better than knocking somebody
Oh,
the
most
fuck
definitely.
out. You put somebody in a position
Well, it's hard.
where they say,
Yeah.
It's hard.
"I fucking quit."
Yeah.
You have as
You're
another
basically
man
outthinking
gotten
somebody.
fucking better
Yeah.
of me, and I am in no position to use my muscles that I hunt for my fucking family for to better my position and get
No,
out.
it's
So
not.
I quit.
No, like
Think
John's
about
said
that.
it the
Calling out
best.
the
like
hunters and
great-
gatherers, man.
That's what it all comes down to. Because listen,
That's some
when
primal
you're
shit.
fucking in
True.
there, when you're in there, and I didn't fucking believe it, but when you're in there, dude, you're surprised. I've
Dude,
been
they
surprised at the
move
way my
quick.
body
Yeah.
reacts.
Novice and beginner, they move
Yeah.
quick.
I mean, I'm surprised at how quick my body moved. Like, I was surprised at how my body
you
reacted,
go to a whole
did the
nother
right
level,
things,
like-
did all the things we trained without thinking. My body just fucking did it.
Yeah.
So it makes me think of, generations of those fucking hunter-gatherers that were chasing down fucking saber-toothed tigers and shit. It was life or death. We either catch this fucking thing and eat it, or it eats us and we all fucking die.
Dude,
Yeah.
speaking of boars, dude, I've hunted a couple of boars.
They're bad
Oh, Jesus.
motherfuckers.
With
Wasn't there a show in Net Geo about that?
with a
Yep.
5-foot spear, bro.
Do you know that?
I got 2 of them.
Do you know that a domesticated pig, within if released into the wild, within 2 months, can turn into a wild boar? It's the only animal in the world that can go from domesticated animal to its wild form that fast, or at all, after being domesticated.
No shit.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what those southern Florida people got as a hustle down there.
Well, wanna test that theory.
because in the
they got
housing market
4
crash
million hunts
in
down there all the
the
time.
housing
They
market
invasive
crash in
or people
2008, Alabama was affected the most, and a lot of pig farms lost out, so they let them go, and they all ran into the woods, and now they're overflooding Florida because there's no natural predators.
Wow. This
Look,
dude's
hey,
freaking
Google-
dropping
Now I know
Google
what he's
that.
watching when he's at home.
Google that
that.
shit. Google that shit.
Dude, I feel like I'm talking to Joe Rogan right now.
Telling you.
This guy's
Hey, dude.
making, like primal core.
Hey, we cover the bases here. We cover the bases. So here's my question to you, and it's I'm getting back to McGregor. How can McGregor beat Mayweather?
The only way that it could have happened, and it's already decided that it hasn't, if he had an ounce of brains in him about boxing, or his coaches did, they would train him to throw 550,000 power shots around.
Yep.
All you're training for is just every punch you throw has everything in your body behind it, and all you're doing is power punching and cardio. That's what you're doing for the next 6 months. Power punching and cardio, power punching and cardio, power punching and cardio. Because you're not going to outbox the best boxer in the world. Because all the 49 other greatest boxers in the world couldn't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Guy's 26-0 against world
Well,
champions.
so here's what I want to shut down. He has crazy power. He has crazy power with 4-ounce gloves. Do you think Canelo doesn't have crazy power?
I was about to bring up Canelo
Yeah.
and Triple G, but I haven't
Canelo
gotten
Triple
there
G.
yet.
That's the fight that I'm excited for.
That's the
But-
fight.
I'm
but
excited
any-
for the Mayweather fight. Come on.
But yeah, it's exciting. You want to see the fight, but I'm not as excited about that as I am Triple G and Canelo. But anybody that's like, yeah, McGregor's got crazy power.
When is the
Right after.
Right after.
It's
Like
right.
the next
It's like 2
weekend?
weeks
Yeah.
after or a weekend
Yeah.
after. Yeah.
But if
Which one got booked first?
Mayweather waited for them to announce after the fucking Chavez
So who-
fight,
Yeah.
Chavez Jr. fight, and then all of a sudden it was, hey, August 26th, Mayweather Mac, T-Mobile Arena.
yep.
Wow.
And now Colin Cowherd, even though I hate him, even though I fucking hate him, Colin Cowherd said back in January, hey, the Mayweather team booked T-Mobile Arena for
Yep, I
August
remember
26th, just didn't say what for. And everyone's like, fake news, fuck Colin Cowherd. And he's like, no, dude,
I
the
remember
guy I
that.
know is high up in the T-Mobile Arena, and they have booked it for the 26th. Waited. Chavez Jr., that fight sucks. So Canelo's like, hey, me and Triple G are fighting.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, are you guys fighting? When are you guys fighting? He's like, oh, first week in September. He's like, oh, cool. Hey, me and McGregor are fighting the week before that. We already have the venue booked.
Yeah, but for real, like, you're a boxer.
Money.
I mean,
No,
like,
I know.
Canelo, he hits hard. Like,
Dude.
I would put power for power in
Dude.
boxing gloves. I'll pick
Dude.
Canelo over McGregor.
Me too.
Easy.
Me too. And another thing people don't realize is with the big boxing gloves on, I mean, that's a whole nother form of defense. It's a
Yeah,
whole nother
big
form of
time.
defense that
Dude, the
does
10
not
ounces
exist in
on
MMA.
Was it the 10 or the 8 ounces?
They're doing
on
10.
Sports Science.
Yeah.
that
Oh yeah,
more PSI.
Yeah.
With 10
More
ounces.
With
than
10 ounces?
than
More
the
surface
4.5
area.
ounce.
More surface area.
Yeah. Like you block with an MMA glove, you're here.
You get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, you're getting hit right in the temple. You block with a
don't feel
boxing
it.
glove. Yeah, it's all the way up to here. Your whole face.
And he's fighting the best defensive boxer of all time. I mean, arguably between him and Pernell Whitaker, but I mean, come on. Mayweather has perfected the defensive style.
He's got a perfect record.
I mean, you know, I hate to say that, but the prick has
might be a prick,
record.
but he's got a perfect
What do you
record.
guys think about that De La Hoya fight that makes his rounds? Think you beat him? Think he was robbed of that fight?
Was De La Hoya robbed in the Mayweather fight?
Yeah.
No. Fuck no.
Mayweather beat him?
No, I don't think so. I think the same thing happened to De La Hoya that happened against most of those guys that made the right decision and didn't come out and box him, but they fought him. Yeah. And, you know, props to De La Hoya in that fight because that wasn't De La Hoya's game.
Yeah.
His game was to outbox guys, and he said, oh, fuck, I'm going against this kid who's a better boxer, so I'm going to fight him. And kudos to him, and it looks great. It's nice on the highlights.
Yeah.
But you watch the whole fight, and the highlights look good because they show you all the times he missed. They didn't show you the 900 other times he didn't connect and got blasted in the fucking cheeks.
Oh, right.
You know? So, the Mayweather's going to outpoint you.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Maidana had the best shot because instead of... And he didn't stick to a game plan. You can against Mayweather because he evolves as the fight goes on.
Who
Mayweather
was
has...
trainer for the second one? Was it Virgil Hunter? No, who was it?
No, it was the same guy.
Garcia?
It was the same guy who Cotto trained with. No, it was the tall white guy that always wears like the bowling shirt to the ring. Cotto's trainer. That's why I always believed Cotto was going to beat...
I mean, that was like just a stupid move on his part
Stupid.
to try to teach him how to box.
You can't box. You
I
can't
think the dude
outbox the best
you know,
boxer.
before his first fight, he came off a horse ranch. He didn't even know who Bernard Hopkins was. That's how crude this dude was.
Hey,
shit.
hold on. That's Manny Bermudez. Do you
Except-
no, that's Manny. Do you know how many times I come in
Not
hyped up
boxing,
about like, yeah, it's MMA,
He
but
knows any boxer.
yeah, but like the greatest card, it could be the card of the year. There's 15 fights and 15 knockouts. Manny, did you see it? Who fought? Like, he is so determined on his fighting in his career. He doesn't care about anybody else. It's crazy.
I suppose you got to be locked in though when you're at that point.
It's crazy.
You know?
Yeah, but you need to come out of there. You know.
I don't know. I feel like a fight
Suppose.
nerd. Like, you've seen it. We're on fight. I go over his house. Like, oh, you want to play Xbox? Nah, let's watch Fight Pass.
I mean, you got to decompress, bro. You
I know.
What I'm saying?
No, there is absolutely.
I remember not too long ago, Manny had to decompress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was saying straight
Everybody
up, like,
needs it,
I
yeah.
just don't even want to like listen about fighting, and that happens, dude.
Yeah, of course.
That's part of the damn game.
It happened to me after a couple amateur fights. I took like 2 or 3 months off.
You gotta.
Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have some.
You were fighting like
Yeah,
six
I had
times a year.
Yeah,
bro.
I had
That was-
my
This
first
dude's
4
on a
amateur.
tear of a calendar right now that he called at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, my first 4 amateur fights were in
Yeah, he did,
3
actually.
months. So I had like 2.5 weeks between each fight, and then I took a couple months off. And I did say I'd be on every Cage Titans card this year
And win.
and win. It's going hand in hand right now. I'm trying to keep it up.
So there's another card in 36ers in November.
Yep. Let me get the date.
Hold on.
Yeah, get the date.
Yeah, I'm not even. Gonna try
November
it.
4th.
Yeah,
There you go.
You know how I know that? Because I'm going to be on it.
Of course I have to work it.
He's got it down on his phone, written on the
Hey,
calendar.
shout out to my number one sponsor, Capital Vice. The owner of Capital Vice just hopped on the live feed, so I want to shout him out.
Is that Mike
Capital
Wilson?
Vice
Great,
hooks you
Mike
up.
Wilson. He's a great sponsor. I mean, I don't even know there's like new shit out on his clothing line. He owns Capital Vice, and like he'll all of a sudden there'll be new shit at my house. The wife's decked out, the kids are decked out. I fucking don't even pay for the clothes I wear. Thank you, Mike.
Advice. Yeah, thanks, Mike. We love you, Mike.
Hook it up.
We love you, Mike. Definitely. So can McGregor match Mayweather's
Oh,
fucking fast?
sorry. I was saying I'm sorry. That's where we were going.
Go
right?
ahead.
That's
Yeah.
what
We
I was saying.
digress. That's
So
all good.
yeah. So if he had good trainers that trained him to throw 500 power punches around, but they're not. They're gonna try and box the boxer,
Well, I
and
think
it's not
they
gonna
believe,
happen.
Yeah.
I think they believe that they can one punch him. I think that they honestly believe that McGregor can one punch Mayweather, and you can't with those gloves. I don't care how hard you
You
hit.
can, but not
You
not
can
in your
in-
first fucking. It's his
I mean,
first,
he's gotta
hit
his
him.
first
You can-
professional
he's gotta hit him
boxing
dead
matches
clean.
against
You
Floyd
can
Mayweather.
one punch
Being
him, like McGregor could one punch him, but it's not going to be a counter straight left. It would have to be he throws a couple and misses, and then maybe one punch catches him on the way out. That's it. But he's not going to line him up and set him up with a straight left
Right.
and put him to sleep. It's not going to happen.
He
I
ain't been
agree.
hit much in his career, dude.
No,
Mayweather?
that's what I'm saying. He
That's-
still has
Who's
his
the
chin.
last one that hit him hard? Mosley?
Nah, the headbutt. Who headbutted him?
Oh,
Ortiz?
oh my God, that's like my
That was a
favorite fight.
He just
That's
sweat.
my-
Ortiz
Yeah.
he's like, I got one out of this one. I don't want to be.
Mayweather
the ref said,
"Nah,
"Fight,
everything's
look
straight,
at-
bro. Everything's straight."
Dude, that's like my favorite.
Protect
Mayweather.
yourself at all
All
times,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And
They
the ref
say
didn't
that.
say fight, so what the fuck,
Yeah.
man? I don't think that was dirty.
Oh, hell no. After like 4 or 5 of those headbutts, I would have done it.
Yeah, everybody's like, Mayweather's such a dirty fighter.
Mayweather-
I saw the highlight.
Yeah.
You see Mayweather's speed. He's obviously got speed. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
You see McGregor. Can
It's
McGregor
not
match
even-
his speed?
No, because McGregor will tell. He's said it in the past in interviews. He's not fast. He's not extraordinarily fast. His timing is impeccable.
Oh, yeah.
And in
Definitely.
MMA,
Can't argue that.
timing and range in MMA is MMA striking. It's timing and range. That's not how boxing is. Boxing's a lot of range, but I mean, timing goes by the wayside a lot in boxing because I mean, you're concentrating on speed. In my eyes,
No, I
good
agree.
boxers. In my eyes, you know, it's just all personal opinion.
Yeah.
I don't have a formula. I wouldn't fucking be sitting here.
Well,
if I
even
had a
if we
formula.
humored it, let's
No.
say he did match his speed. He's matching it for about 30 seconds before he gets tired. We'll humor it and say he can match his speed.
I
He's
mean,
got about 30 seconds of matching that speed before his arms are in his pockets.
McGregor showed cardio problems in the past,
Almost every fight that wasn't
so
quick.
I think that's a big thing too.
So who do you guys got? Canelo or Gennady?
Canelo.
I got Canelo.
I gotta go with Canelo. I'm always team Canelo.
I got Canelo. I mean,
He's not that same fighter when he fought Mayweather. He's
a
I
lot
think he's
better.
better.
fighter.
Yeah, I think he's better.
he's a lot better.
He
and
throws,
his fucking left
he
hand.
throws punches.
He's
and
throwing to
punches,
kill.
dude.
And
Like-
every single one of them has horrible intentions on the end of it.
Yeah,
He's throwing those to make your family crazy.
And I mean, Gennady, you know, he gets caught square sometimes.
He does.
When he's
Yeah.
doing that shift.
He does.
And his head
He does.
movement, you know.
You can't
But-
get caught by Canelo though. You can't. Not at that
you
weight.
You cannot deny his power.
I know. I just feel like
Can't
Canelo's a
deny
lot
it, dude.
faster.
Like Kell Brook was getting it. He was getting it on.
Kel Brook, he just lost to Errol Spence.
Yeah, I know. He's
Dude,
got
you-
to get
hold on,
reconstructive
hold on, let's
surgery
talk
on
about
his
the
other
gripe.
side of his face.
Let's talk
now.
about the gripe that Man Down has with Man Down.
Well, Errol Spence calls himself man down, but I mean, it was eerily close when he started calling himself man down with my first
By like
amateur
3
fight.
days. Like, it was something ridiculous.
It was eerily close.
It's real bad.
He is lucky
It's
I can't
close.
copyright that shit. Oh, he'd be writing me a
Yeah, how do you
check.
think I feel with that Celtics player there?
Oh, the tooth. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yo,
That was the
Hey,
next
dude,
day.
he's sending
got
me
tagged like
messages.
30
Hey, my
times.
joint was blowing up. I'm sending a message. I'm like, yo, we gotta get this dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I was the
truth.
first person to send it to him, and then I didn't think anybody else would, and like 20 people tagged him in the same thing all over Facebook. Yo, look at
I'm
the
like,
tooth.
man, these guys are trying to do it to me.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's other
remember
Skeletors out there. I look for them on Instagram.
Who?
There's different Skeletors. I didn't say they're good, but there's other ones. Hey, hold on. I found a He-Man. He can have that. Dude, he fights a heavyweight. He's from the UK. He's huge.
I was gonna say, I don't think you could be He-Man and
No,
be
hell
under
no.
225.
Hell no. That dude fights a heavyweight. I think he weighs like 280 walking around. Dude, he's ripped. His arm's
Damn.
bigger than my head.
So what is the heavyweight? 225 to what?
265.
225 to death.
Yeah. Yeah, 260. I mean, I know they're
How
talking.
scary is a 265-pound
Hey.
dude with skill?
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
Jeff Woblin?
Did he get that opponent?
I don't think so. Not yet. I think they're still working on
Does he
it.
just
He's another
knock at
dude,
opponents?
That
Scary
kid.
fucking-
Jose Campos fought it, but that
Jose
dude-
Campos
Hey,
is
listen.
one of the baddest dudes that
Yeah,
I've ever
dude,
seen fight
yeah.
in local MMA.
Yeah.
And he's wicked powerful.
And yeah,
in the
fast.
first round of his fight versus Jeff Sullivan, Bill Tellin is the best
Dude.
story in the world. He comes out and hits Sullivan with like a 6-piece. Wow, wow, wow. Snaps his head back and everything. Jeff says this tooth on my left. Jeff looked at him and yawned. He said,
Yeah.
and they went to decision.
Yeah. Dude, that's one of the baddest guys in New England.
Hey,
said,
hey, listen, I threw a glove by him the other day, and I swear to God, I almost hit him in the head because I was like, I want to listen to what Bill said. I threw it, and I felt like that kid that like threw the ball and like
Regret it.
you knew you threw
And
it
it
too
hit
far.
Debo.
And it might break the glass window, and you get that feeling like.
Oh,
I had that feeling for
It's
like
so bad.
a good second or two, and I walked by and I'm like, God, I hope he doesn't put his hands on me.
Dude,
So-
the thing that kills me
Now
about
tell
Jeff
me
is
what we
like,
got.
like Jeff
Yeah,
is
right.
Jeff is a striker. Like he comes from striking, but he is built for grappling.
And he's
like,
a good grappler.
yeah, and like he.
I
picks it up.
never even trained
He
with
can
him.
grapple.
Dude, he can grapple.
Dude, this is what he does. He comes in and he just kind of like canters around. He's just kind of walks around.
I send him on his
He's
way
got-
down.
Sometimes he spares us little guys. I'm
Hey,
like,
when
you
he-
want to
when he
spar?
shows-
He's like,
I'm
"Not today,
cool with
mate."
him now, so I
Go sit
talk
down,
him a little
son.
bit. But
99% of the time when he shows up, I go, "Hey, Bobby's over there. Go wrestle Bobby."
dude, Bobby G, that's
Dude,
another one,
Bobby-
dude.
Hey,
Shout out to
Bobby's
Bobby.
fighting.
Bobby's watching.
Gaz,
What's up,
that's
Bobby
the- that's the
Gaz?
champ.
August
Bobby.
12th, the champ.
Dude, you already know.
Yeah,
you got-
he just got on. That's why I'm giving him a plug.
Hell yeah.
Bobby's the champ.
That's-
Bobby's the
he already knows what I'm
170-pound
trying to say.
champion.
He already knows what I'm trying to say. That dude, hands down, best looking smile in all MMA.
That's
He's
a title?
a 10, dude. He's a 10.
He does have a really
Like his
nice
smile's
smile.
better than Luke Rockhold.
I actually just watched his snaps only to see his smile.
Definitely, man.
Not surprised.
Yeah, he's the kid. When is the kid mad? When have you ever seen him mad?
After,
I mean,
after
training.
Betancourt took a handful of fence. Is John mad after that one?
Fact.
A handful of fence.
Does he fight at heavyweight?
No, he actually fights at 170.
70.
He's the 170-pound Cage Titans amateur champ. He's actually having a rematch with Angelo. I don't remember his last name. Richardson. Hey, the tooth got me. Angelo Richardson.
Yeah.
You sound very adamant about him.
I asked for him one time.
Oh, really?
Well, when I was having a hard time getting a debut, and I'm like, well, screw it. Let me just like fight for the title or something, amateur. And I asked, I'm like, what about, whatever,
That kid's a tough kid. That was Bobby's second amateur fight, and they went to a tough decision. He took some shots from Bobby. Took some shots.
Yeah.
Got Bobby down, kept him down a little bit. It was a real close fight.
How do you decide when you're going to go to amateur from amateur to pro?
Bill Mahoney.
I was just going to say probably Bill. I have no idea.
You have to be able to.
How does that conversation even go?
You have to.
When do you think I should go pro?
You got to balance like everything. Like you have to know more about yourself off the mats than you do physically on the mats before you can like really be able to. Be mature enough about being a professional athlete. Because that's what we are. Like we're professional athletes.
I remind you that
people
all the time.
People come and they
it's easy to forget.
They pay to see you.
I remember when I first started selling tickets, like, how much are tickets? $15? And I tell them, like, I don't have that kind of money. And I mean,
shit, you know
now,
what we're sacrificing?
I sell 100 tickets now.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, what were my numbers? Last show was all right, 80.
Yeah,
so
still
113.
Yeah,
and before that was 67.
It's easy for people to forget that we're professional fighters because we don't make McGregor money. We don't make $5,000 to fight. Like we're local. That's
one of the reasons that I had mentioned before. How like when it was brought up to like don't show that you're working wicked hard.
Yeah,
and, like,
get out there.
Step the whole league up. This should be the Premier League in New England. Like.
It is.
It is.
I mean, it really is.
You can argue it, but this is it.
You got dudes flying that dude, Drew Moraes.
Drew Moraes,
Detroit.
right, dude.
His interview he gave, like he plugged Cage Titans.
Hey,
like
Spencer Higa.
He went all over the place.
Hey, Spencer
All
Higa
from
is
Hawaii.
Spencer Higa is from Hawaii.
Right here.
He wants to come back and fight.
He fought our teammate Frank Forza. They went to a hell of a war.
That was a great fight.
He hit me up on the drive here. He hit me up and was like, "Yo, you gotta talk to Paul Vera. I want to be on Cage Titans again."
Dude wants to fight.
Yeah, I hung out with him the day after.
He's also coming in from Hawaii, though.
Yeah,
I know.
Would Paul Vera sit in that seat?
Would Paul Vera sit in that seat?
Would he sit in that seat?
I think
Paul
so.
Vera would sit in
he
that
sit?
seat.
I think somebody's going to because Johnny Campbell's not.
He's absent.
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes here. Hey,
But
yeah,
I thought for sure he was going to show up.
Hey, I talked to Spencer Higa the day after he fought Frank, and he said that Paul Vera treated him better than any other promotion he's ever fought for. He said
And he's
no other
fought
promotion.
around.
Mike Paul Vera takes care of his fighters, and for the people like, he takes care of the local guys. Spencer Higa is from the other side of the planet, and he took care of them. The best promotion he's ever fought for is in Massachusetts, and he came from Hawaii.
It's crazy.
So, do you guys have a hard time? I don't know where that's coming from. I think a moth got in. Do you guys have a hard time finding fighters, Cage Titans, having the reputation as some of the most skilled fighters around?
Everybody wants to fight for Cage Titans for that reason.
Yeah.
It is the Premier League. I mean, it's different. I mean, I have never fought for anybody else. These guys have. I've never fought for any other promotion. But from what I hear from the vets, it's nothing like Cage Titans. I mean, there's fruits and waters in a cooler out back. For
yes, they got some good competition, but I don't know how it's run behind the scenes. I've never.
Yeah,
me either. That's what I'm saying.
But there's some good fights.
They have
some good fighters.
Rich Santiago,
badass.
Chris Martino, they're both fighting August 11th. John Duma's making his professional debut.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy
Man
John
crush
Duma.
every day.
I love John Duma. That kid's a tough motherfucker. That kid's a tough motherfucker. I love John Duma.
I remember it was either you or our other teammate Antoine. I remember the first time you watched him fight, and I go, this kid is going to take a beating real quick. His nose is going to shatter. There's going to be blood everywhere, and then he's going to come in and win. What? Nobody understands what I'm talking about. 2 minutes into the fight, eats a right hand, nose broken, blood everywhere. The kids from our gym sit in front row, got blood on their shoes, and then the kid comes back and win. It's what he does.
Brian Rossi fight, that was one of my favorite MMA fights. And there was an amateur fight, not amateur, not pro, not UFC. One of my favorite MMA fights of all time.
Dude, it was nuts.
Brian Rossi and him were banging it out, and Rossi was winning that fight.
Dude,
as much as I love Duma, Rossi was up 3 or 4 rounds in the last round, and fucking Duma pulled the choke out of his ass. It was beautiful, and Duma was leaking. That was like at that point, I think that was when I fell in love with the kid.
Dude, the funniest thing I heard from that whole night was the judges and everybody gets ringside seats, and they have Paul leaves him a bowl of candy, and Dumoulin at one point was getting smashed, blood all over the place. The bowl started filling with the blood from his nose, and somebody sitting cage side grabbed the bowl and turned around and goes, anybody want candy?
And he won that fight. How do you
and
not
he
love
won.
that kid?
Yeah, it's crazy.
How could you not love that kid?
So you just
Wait, what was that? Did I debut that night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, I remember walking around the mats and it was
Just
freaking-
covered.
Dude, it felt like I was walking on like a tarp with water under it. Like it was,
Shit,
dude, it was
dude,
wet
it's crazy.
everywhere.
Scary
Yeah,
shit, dude.
that's one thing I remember about that.
What, with
fight.
blood?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude, this
them
kid's
trying to-
nose
them trying to just
shattered.
clean it,
First
like,
round.
Clean it
Yeah.
up.
First round was a 5-round fight.
Damn.
Like
First
you
round.
seen Robbie Lawler and Rory McDonald? It looked like that.
Yeah.
Like that
Dude, it
fight.
was-
Yeah.
yeah.
Nose flat, blood
Hey, wasn't
everywhere.
that the brand new canvas too?
Yep.
Yeah, Paul Veer
Paul
said to him in the
Paul
back, he
Veer was
goes,
so
thanks,
proud.
that was $3,000 you just cost me.
Yeah.
I remember Paul Veer walked in the back room. We were talking about it, and he's on right now. He goes, I got a brand new canvas. It's a different material. You guys are gonna love it. 2 hours later, soaked in
Malik.
blood. Yep.
Malik.
Hey, the dude was laughing about it though. He was like,
Dude, he
he's
tried.
not
Dude, he
fucking
tried
Fred.
power washing the mat.
That's a
He-
great fight.
Yeah, he took it to his house and he had a power washer on it.
oh man.
That's a great fight. You know what I
Oh, it was
mean?
an amazing fight.
That's awesome.
But like stuff like that, they're amateurs. They didn't get paid for that fight. Like
Yeah.
they went to war for free.
That's
Yeah.
the heart.
So their family and their
I
friends
know.
and
I
my
wish,
family. And
I
my
wish
friends,
Brian Rossi would go pro.
Yeah,
He don't
like,
fight no more, but he should go pro, man. He was
Yeah,
fun to
he's a
watch.
killer.
I never saw
There's
him in
couple
a
of
fucking
people
boring
that should
fight,
have stayed
dude.
fighting
Dude,
that zone.
there's people at South Show we talk about all the time. It's like, why don't you fight? And they're like, dude, I'm 36. And I'm
Pickering.
like, so? Like, dude, yeah, Corey Pickering. If you watch
Shout out
this,
to yeah.
if you're watching this or you do watch this, yeah, you need to fight soon.
Dude, I was just
Corey's
training with
bad,
that
dude.
kid the other day, man. He's nice.
Dude, he's so technically perfect. Everything
He's
he does
calm.
is
He's
so
so
technical.
calm. He's
Yeah.
so calm about.
Yeah,
And then you
never
realize,
gets
what
overwhelmed.
does he do? He's a nurse assistant.
No, he's a fucking.
He's an
Doctor?
R-
He's
he's
a
an
straight
RA.
doctor, yeah?
He's like
Yeah.
the assistant.
Yeah,
to the
he's-
top
yeah.
So
dog.
he can hurt you and then fix you up
then
afterwards.
fix
It's
you,
all
yeah.
good. Or he can fix you up and then hurt
He
you.
had to read a shitload of books to get to
Dude,
where
he
he
did
Oh,
a lot of
dude.
schooling to get
Yeah.
there.
He goes, dude, school. I've talked to him about school and I just get lost in the conversation. I'm like, you did 7 tests in 1 period? What?
Yeah.
Drop out on the spot.
Such a good.
Yeah,
kid.
no, but there's killers like they just don't.
Lee
get a fight.
Metcalf.
Dude,
Is Lee Metcalf going to fight? That
I
dude-
hope
know,
so.
I want him
He
to.
I
is-
hope
hey,
so.
That dude.
Yo.
He
is
gets
a
his
piece
arms
of
around you,
freaking
dude.
steel.
Fuck.
Dude, it's
I don't know what he
He's
was
so
like when he
strong.
fought, but
Fuck.
Dude, it's crazy.
dude,
He's
he's
so strong.
a legit piece of
Yo,
steel.
honestly, I'm
He is in
going
shape.
backwards. Mark Giovi, he will come in on a Saturday morning exhausted. He said he's up all night, whatever's going on at home. And he's like, yeah, I feel terrible. And then he'll tap out almost every fighter on the fight team. And he'll be like, and then, you know what the worst part is at the end of training, he'll go, yeah, let me know if you need another body to beat up. I'm like, you just tapped out 4
talking
or 5
about? Yeah.
professional
Yo.
fighters that are here. What do you mean?
Let me tell you something about that dude. Right? Like, we have some pretty good exchanges, and there was like a week or two where I was getting better, and he's just like, "Oh man, you know, he's down on himself." I'm like,
Dude,
"Bro,
hard.
I'm training like twice a day,
You come in
at least
once a week.
5
once
days a
yeah.
week,
Maybe.
twice a day, and he's in there once a week, and he's like making me sweat.
And it's
That's not
like,
supposed to happen."
and he's not like one of those guys that's just really, really, really strong.
Dude,
Yeah.
Don't get me
Jovi's
wrong,
like,
he is
Jovi's
strong.
a straight G. We're
Yeah.
talking about him again.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
for
that's
real.
the second or
Dude,
third time
you
Giovi's
got
come
him.
up.
He's
Yeah.
got the
He's so
straight card,
technical.
dude.
Dude,
That's
he's
why.
so technical. It's crazy.
I that's something about the gym I love. I've been in different gyms, no different MMA gyms, but you know, boxing, fitness gyms and shit. And there's just the camaraderie that's at South Shore is
Just everywhere.
It's
There's so
definitely
many
different.
different. Like even some of the newer guys that come through the door. I mean,
Yeah.
I see all you guys talking to them. Like I make
Yeah.
sure I say bye.
Well, we've
to
all
every
been
new
there.
guy that
We've
goes
all
in there
been the new
because-
guy at the gym.
Exactly. You don't
Sucks.
want to be that guy that goes in.
No shit.
You know, you kind of get your ass kicked because that's what happens to everybody that signs up there.
Right.
One way or another, you're gonna
Hey,
get your
I
ass
can-
kicked.
I can say that I
You
lived
just don't
it.
want to
Yeah.
leave without nobody even acknowledging.
Yeah,
you're
nobody
go-
says
you're
bye.
going
You're like,
for it.
oh, okay.
Right.
Like, oh,
Yeah,
we're
they
not
don't
gonna
notice.
Say, we're not going to say bye.
That
to
don't
him 'cause he's
happen
not-
at South
Hey,
Shore.
I
He's not
remember-
important. You know. what
I
mean?
remember before I started training at South Shore, me and Antoine, Dark Knight, he's actually fighting on August 12th as well. We both trained in a couple other gyms, and I mean, it wasn't like South Shore. I mean, we were the new guys. We didn't train with anybody good. We trained with other new guys. Nobody really took time out of their training to show us anything. That's what we do at South Shore. We will take time out of our own training so the new guy can fix his basic mistake.
Yeah.
I never got that, and nobody really treated you as part of the team, and that's
I'm
just
living
and,
proof.
And so the second I got to South Shore,
Oh,
and people
yeah.
did that for
I
me.
came, dude. I
got-
came
I
to
got
South
you. I
Shore.
got you,
I
like,
never
day one.
grappled in my life.
Dude, the second
Before
I
I
came
came
to
to
South
South
Shore
Shore
and people
stuff,
were
right?
so
Not a fucking
caring,
day.
and I had other professional fighters coming up to the kid who's never trained, like, oh, do this, this, and this, and I'll help you out. I was like, oh, well, then I got to turn around and do the same thing. And even Mike, like people that come in that are new or
Yeah.
just want to fix certain stuff, immediately I
They're
try
the
to help
future,
them.
man. They're
Yeah,
the
exactly,
future.
dude. The kids. Let's talk about the SSF kids team.
Most feared kid class on the entire Eastern Seaboard. Fact.
Not feared by other kids. Feared by New England.
They
period.
win Naga trophies with like.
They won a trophy.
Not
that's,
a lot of kids on the team.
They won a
Dude.
trophy that's taller than me with like 4 kids competing.
Dude, they don't.
They both did.
Well,
they
can't
all
remember
like,
the last
they
time
did,
they
like,
weren't the number
90%
one
of
team
them compete
overall.
at expert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all do like 4 or 5 matches in
Dude,
different divisions, different ages.
Nathan and Killian, dude, those
Oh.
2 kids scare me.
Yep.
They have jujitsu is years
roof.
better than mine.
Through the roof.
Years.
How old are they?
I have.
9 and 11.
Damn.
Dude, yeah,
I'm not
you're thinking,
kidding
like, 13,
either, dude.
14.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm not kidding.
No, like I post
Years
every once
better
in a
than
while
mine.
about the kids, and sometimes I'll be like, "Yeah, these
Hey,
kids are gonna be better than me in
That
a
kid
couple months."
Maki's coming along,
Dude.
man.
Yeah,
And
he's
his
tough
younger
guy.
brother Jay.
Dude, they're all.
Dude, I love watching them go together.
It's
Marky
fun.
starts
It's
beating
fun
up
watching
Jay.
them progress. You see these new kids come in the kids
Well,
class
some-
and
you know,
stuff,
when
and then in
Yeah.
a couple months, you see them coming home with medals and swords and shit.
Well, see,
you
that's
know?
the crazy thing too. Is
Those kids
you,
listen.
You don't see these kids compete.
Bill
in
said he'd
striking.
rather teach a kids class every day of the
Oh, of
week
course.
instead of adults.
But you don't even see these kids striking. They're just like, you fear SSF kids team. No, you fear their grappling. Wait till you see their hands.
No shit.
Like,
I've never seen it.
dude,
No.
dude,
They work.
it's not fun.
The kids that want it work,
Dude,
man.
it's not
I don't
fun.
even think I've ever seen a kids class there.
Cade,
Dude, you want to see some?
I mean,
I've
you
seen
want
the
to see some
result. I
hands?
watched them
Dude.
compete.
Dude,
at
yeah.
the
Dude, watch
but I
Cade.
never-
Watch
Dude, watch
Cade go
kids'
with
hands.
mitts.
Hey, you want to see some kicks? You want to see
Dude.
some kicks?
I've held pads for a kid.
Yep.
Just
Dude,
hands.
that kid.
Yeah,
Head
he gets
movement,
it in.
power,
He gets it
turns
in.
it over.
Yeah.
You want to see some kicks? Look at Maria. Maria Berry.
Dude, Maria.
Maria. And here's the problem:
Dude,
is
she
you
throws real
when
kicks.
you spar Maria to get a good workout, you have to piss her off. You don't even have to
Yep.
hit her hard.
No,
you just
gotta
a little
piss her
pop.
off.
Just snap her head back a couple
And then
times,
fucking-
and you
and
see her
then
eyes close up a
cover
little
up.
bit, and then just bite down your mouth guard because you're eating some shots. Dude, I swear to God.
Seriously.
No, I swear to God. Like,
Seriously.
she's digging into your legs. She's throwing head kicks, spinning back
back.
kicks.
Is this like a little kid?
Yeah, she's 13.
Yeah, she's about to turn 12 or 13, I think. Yeah, she's crazy. It's ridiculous.
Good.
And she's one of the
Grooming.
only girls at South Shore.
It's the grooming.
It's crazy.
That's
Like,
young.
oh yeah, I gotta go with all the boys. Okay, cool. I'll kick them too.
It's so important that kids learn how to advance their position in compromising.
Well, the best part too is I don't
Yeah.
think that there's any kids from South Shore that are punks. Like nobody's gonna leave and be like, "I do MMA, let's fight."
Well,
Like
the
there's
skill
kids
set
in
that
middle
they're-
school that are like that. No, South
Oh,
Shore
yeah.
kids are like, "Yeah, I'll go do my thing." And if you pick on me, we have to fight. I can defend myself. Like they all know what's up.
Right.
And that's Bill Mahoney. Like Bill's never straight up like, "Oh, don't fight out in the street." But Bill's like, "If you need to defend yourself, you need to defend yourself. It is what it is."
I gotta send Carter to Bill Mahoney, huh?
Nah, that's far away, dude. That's
Far
like if you. I mean,
Trying to get Bill Mahoney here.
I got a little. I'll get Bill Mahoney in this chat. I want
If
Bill
you
Mahoney
get-
and
if you
Mike
get Bill
Colbert.
Mahoney here,
You
I'll
would
do
be
it.
an instant legend.
You'd
You'll
be a legend.
never.
You'd be
Be a
an
legend.
instant legend in the MMA.
Hold on,
community.
yeah.
can we talk about your Snapchat?
I got
Bill
an empty
Mahoney?
chair right here, Bill.
What?
Hold
Wait a
on.
second.
No, you
Tooth.
don't know.
No
Dude,
way,
No,
Tooth.
no
Okay.
way is right.
I had control of the Cage Titan Snapchat, okay? And I was making funny snaps all night. It was the Monday night, so it was MMA night. So we had really good snaps and shit. I said to Bill, I asked Bill first,
Yep.
which I never ask anybody about the snap. I just catch people doing shit. I think we have you making a funny statement one time. But anyway, we're on air. Anyway. I said,
I don't have snap. This is
I
why
said
you
to Bill,
why are you
I
leaving
said,
a cliffhanger?
I said, Bill, can I take a video snapping out? I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm not telling you right now what it is, but I'm gonna ask you a question, and can you answer it? He goes, fine, sure.
He
just
wasn't
one.
happy about it, but
yeah,
he's
but
like, yeah,
he
fine.
agreed to it. I go, okay, just Cage Titans, not my personal one. So I said, Bill, why are we the best team in all New England? And he went, well, I think it's best to be humble. And everybody started laughing.
Yep,
It was
dead.
great. It
Hysterical.
was great. I posted to my story and shit.
Says uploaded.
Uploads. I watch it. Wow, this is great. Me and Joe went to my house at the end of training. I get home. I go, Joe, did you check Cage Titan Snap? He goes, yeah. You the one at Bill, right? I go, it's fucking gone.
Wasn't there? It said
fucking-
posted. It uploaded.
You know why it wasn't there?
Because Bill Mahoney
Because
didn't
he's
want
a
it to
fucking
be.
wizard.
Because he didn't
That's
want it to
why.
be.
He's a wizard, bro.
That was the weirdest
Dude,
thing
that
I'd
shit
ever
doesn't
seen.
happen on Snapchat. That saves everything, dude. It
uploaded.
uploads and saves
And if
everything.
it doesn't upload, it'll stay there and say tap to retry.
He got rid of it.
Disappeared.
Don't know
Never
how.
didn't touch it. Never
so you don't
touched
even
my
know if it
phone.
was him. Could have been anybody.
Nah, it was him.
It was him.
He's the Zen
And
master.
I'll tell you why.
him.
I'll tell you why it's him.
Bill Mahoney's the gatekeeper, dude.
Well, I'll tell you why too. Because if somebody logs him out of Snapchat, it'll let him know. So nobody logged into the Snapchat to delete it. It uploaded and then it was just
It
gone.
happened because he's a
Dude.
fucking Dumbledore. He's a fucking wizard, bro. Nobody wants to listen to me. Everyone thinks I'm drinking fucking Kool-Aid.
Dude,
Oh, we
I'm
are
gonna make a
drinking
graphic of fucking like that wizard from Harry Potter
Bill
standing right
Dumbledore
next to the
Mahoney.
Cage Titans page.
Yep.
Yes.
Cage, and I'm gonna put a little thing that says Bill Mahoney. playing out.
Perfect. Because he's a fucking wizard.
Make a Bill Mahoney wizard video. Bill,
nuts.
I'm making you a wizard video.
People think I'm fucking crazy.
But yeah, no, if you can get Bill Mahoney down here, that's
you'd be an instant.
I will say this: his intellect is like it's real.
And it's more than just MMA.
Yo, Sean Gilday got an interview with Bill once.
Sean Gilday got
I've never been so
That was
impressed.
a great interview.
That's what I'm saying. If you can get Bill Mahoney here, legendary.
I can get.
And by the way,
I can do remote.
Hey, by the way,
there's no way you get
that is the most viewed video on Combat Sports Nation.
Bill Mahoney.
Check it out,
dude.
There you go. Numbers.
Check it out.
Gilday's status like went way up right after that
because he doesn't do interviews.
Because guys from across the state go, "How the fuck did you get Bill Mahoney on there?" And they watch it because they want to know what he says.
Yeah. No. Hey, I got three of the best MMA fighters out there.
Well,
get Bill Mahoney in here.
Oh no, I won't ask him. No,
I'm not asking him.
I'll ask him.
Yeah, you can ask him.
You can ask him too.
Have the two ask him. I'll watch.
You're probably gonna get at least a 7-paragraph response.
You don't.
With every possible scenario and variation of every possible conversation that could or couldn't come up.
Anything you may think,
like
you might think he already knew and gave an answer.
You said something simple to Bill, like, "Hey, so what are your plans for today?" He's gonna tell you every possible scenario, what he might do today.
And it will end with, I'll probably take a nap.
Have a Diet Coke and take a nap.
Dude, we drink so much Kool-Aid.
It's so bad.
So he breaks out the crystal ball. I mean, dude, that Swilling fight, bro, when he told you to pull guard, that's all I need to see.
That's one of the best examples. Another one, when Joe fought Jay Ellis. Joe has Jay Ellis in his guard, and he makes Jay Ellis think that he's jumping for Kimura. Anybody who trains with Joe, we know Joe's not going to Kimura. We know Joe's not going to Kimura Jay Ellis, and Joe doesn't really jump for a submission often. So I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, and it's just to get control enough to look. My opponent is hearing this, and he says, okay, in a minute you're going to pop up, and he's not going to be ready for you. You're going to throw 2 overhand rights. And I go to do it. He goes, not yet. Don't do it yet. He goes, you ever seen Dan Henderson throw the uppercuts from half guard and ground and pound? And I look up, I go, yeah. He goes, 2 overhands and 2 of those. Watch my fight. Wham, wham. I never practiced one of those uppercuts before in ground and pound. Wham,
dude,
wham. I landed
again.
again.
In the middle of the fight.
I come back down. He goes, get some breath. We're going to do that again. That was a 10-8 round.
Yeah.
They scored that a 10-8 round. Extension of Bill Mahoney.
Dude,
fucking robot mind with Bill Mahoney. And forget it.
It's the years.
Yeah, my 2 favorite moments were actually in the same fight. When I fought Jose Rivera for the rematch the second time when I was defending my amateur title. The first one was I was double-legging him all over the cage. Whenever I wanted. Jab, double leg, left hand, double leg. Well, at one point, he got up, and I had him pressed against the cage, and I'm looking at Bill, and I'm stuck on this kid's legs, and he's like, just step behind his leg and pull through. I'm like, I've never hit an outside trip in my life, ever. I've hit some throws, some lat drops, never hit an outside trip. And he's like, yeah, nope, get lower. You want to be behind the ankle. He goes, now just rip your leg straight back. I did it. I took him down, and dude, I looked up in surprise. He goes, yeah, you got it. And I was like, holy shit, he just taught me a takedown. The second one, I was in Jose's guard in the later rounds, and I was in the same corner as Bill, and he was like, keep doing what you're doing. And he was like, don't worry, he has no jiu-jitsu. Jose, he's got nothing, no jiu-jitsu. Jose looks at Bill while they're fighting and just goes, and like, Bill goes, sorry, Jose, I call it like I see it. Now, that messed me up, because I was like, dude, they're talking, I'm trying to Dude, he looked right at Bill, and when no jiu-jitsu, he's like, yep.
One of the first stories I ever heard about Bill was from Manny, and I won't say Manny's opponent, but Manny was fighting this guy, and Bill said, let him take you down, and then when I say, tap him out with a triangle. And Manny telling the story is the best. He goes, I let this guy take me down. I look over, Bill's talking to the ring girl. If you hear from Bill's side, Bill says, I'm talking to the ring girl, and I go, hey, watch this. Manny, now. And Manny triangles him and taps him out.
Oh my god.
That guy's a fucking pimp, huh?
Dude, he's a fucking wizard.
Bill Mahoney breaks out his crystal ball.
One of a kind. He's one in a million.
He's a nut.
Everybody shakes their head at me like at weigh-ins and shit, and Gilday does the interviews. All the other teams, they're looking at me shaking my head when I say it about Bill. And you know what? I don't really give a fuck because you have no idea. So I don't really give a fuck. Shake your head all you want.
I think everybody around here is a little too sensitive. We're not knocking your coach. We're just saying that our coach is doing
I'm
nothing
sure he has
normal
a good
in
coach,
it.
but he's not Bill Mahoney.
Yeah. You guys got Belichick, you know what I mean? It's not like
just works.
We ain't hating on you. But
Bill Mahoney's playing chess while the rest of New England MMA plays chess.
Hey, there's some good coaches out there.
I didn't say anyone was a bad coach.
No.
Just saying
Bill's better.
Just saying,
hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah.
I do enjoy training under Bill.
Pete Carroll's,
dude, it's a good time.
Pete Carroll's an okay
I do enjoy it.
Well, my favorite part is he will tell you, like, you ask him all the time. I don't ask him, okay, so what's the game plan?
Yeah,
How
when
am
I
gonna
get an
win?
opponent,
Yep, he
how
goes,
do I lose this
How do I
fight?
lose this fight? And he tells you every way that your opponent beats you. And I've heard on multiple occasions, well, if he hits you with a right hand on the chin and he puts you to sleep, that's how you lose. Other than that, go do what you want. Like, okay.
He never says anything either until we're literally about 20 seconds.
It's so funny.
He won't say nothing to us.
Well, you start to think, you're like, is Billy even paying attention? Like, has he seen my opponent?
No,
like,
he wants you to. He wants you to sweat.
Yeah, you start
he wants
stressing.
you to
and
think. It
nothing.
makes
like,
you think.
Yeah, and then
You know
if
when
you,
he talks to you when you're on the stage.
yeah, and if you bring it up to him, right, you go,
Yeah,
hey,
when
Bill.
there's no way you can comprehend anything
Yeah.
that's going on.
You go, hey, you're 2 weeks out. Bill, what do you think of my opponent? What should I do? Oh, we'll talk about it later. I gotta watch more tape. And then he does it every day until the fight. And you're like, did he even watch it? And then you're on the stage about to walk out. He's like, okay, when he throws that 2-3-2, you slip on to hit a double leg, get the side. And he's got this whole game plan. And you're like, did you just come up with that? And it works.
And you go in the ring and remember it and execute it.
Yeah. And if you don't, he'll say it again and again until you get it.
Everybody that corners underneath him, like everybody that's
I hope they're paying attention.
Second and third, yeah, they're watching, they're following him. You know what I mean? There's like most of the time there's one voice in the corner, you know, and maybe later in the nights he loses his voice, so he might yell to Mark or Ryan or Justin, J Dubs,
Jay Buster.
Yo, when's he gonna fight again?
Hey, he already called out Hector Sanchez.
Did he?
Yeah,
easy money.
Really?
Easy money.
I want to see him fight
Jay
so
Buster.
bad.
Dude.
Hey, come on here and call him out.
I remember that night there was, I forget what fight it was.
Compton
I was warming up for McClendon.
Compton ass.
I was warming up for McClendon, and he rapped me, I think, because Scott Lockhart wasn't there. And I says, hey, you want to do some rolling?
And I never even seen the kid. I got a little stand up with him, right?
Hey, we're in the little warm up area. I'm just trying to like move around a little bit. This dude's doing like rolling freaking Granby rolling knee bars and
Dude, awesome.
I'm like, yo, like.
So they're 5 minutes from the fight, and Jimmy comes over to me. He's sweating. He's pouring
I'm
sweat.
like,
he goes, I just went with Justin to
No,
to
I
warm up."
said, who the hell is that?
Yeah, I go, it's Justin. I go, that's my wrestling coach. He goes, wrestling? He's hit a calf slicer.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? I felt like I was the worst grappler on the planet before. I'm like, this is not how I'm supposed to feel right now.
Dude, I love Justin.
Hey, and I'm
Justin's the
getting
reason I
tired.
started
He's sitting
fighting.
on the mat, like, just waiting for.
Yeah, he's like, you want to go again?
Let me know when you're ready.
Dude, I'll never forget.
It's like that, dude.
Dude, I'll never
Let me
forget
know when
one
you're
night
ready.
we were doing shark bait with Manny. I forget who he was fighting, but we were doing shark bait. We were 4 or 5 rounds in, and it was me, Antoine, and somebody else. And unfortunately, when you do shark bait with Manny, you don't get a break. You're still getting beaten up in the 4th or 5th round. Well,
remarkable.
somebody just shot right into an uppercut, and they were like, "Yep, I'm done." They walked out. Well, Justin came from the other side of the gym, and he's like, "Oh, I'll go with him." He goes, and I think I was supposed to go. Somebody was. He goes, "I'll just take the last 2 minutes." And I'm like, "You sure?" So he goes with Manny. I think he ended up hitting like a lap drop or something, but he ended up on top. But then Manny swept him, and Manny starts teeing off on him. And I'm like, oh my God. And Justin has his hands up, and he puts him down, and he goes, there's 10 seconds left. That's all you got? I almost fell on the floor. And Manny was like in shock, and he tried to posture up to try and hit him with a bomb, swept Manny over, got on top for the end of the round. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And oh yeah, he's just a wrestler. Yeah.
Nah,
he ain't just a wrestler.
He can grapple, dude.
Yeah,
That kid
it's crazy.
can grapple.
No shit.
Hey, I've seen him spar UFC fighters and give them the hands. That's not a lie. That's a fact.
So that's a question I was gonna get to before we ended up wrapping. Is that a goal that you guys have? What's your is this?
I want the tooth first. What's up, tooth?
Honestly,
Oh no, God, he's.
can I
ready.
go first? Do you mind?
No way,
Oh,
man.
it's just getting
No
real
way.
shit.
Honestly, my goal is to fuck up as many people as I possibly can, and if it's and I'll tell you what, if I get fucked up in the process, I'll be back the next card, and I just want to make people fucking excited to watch me fight.
Hey, I just want to bring something up because I don't know why I never thought of it. You always complain that like your career is like on a timer. How old are you?
28.
He's 40.
He's a freak.
Dude, he's 40.
He's a freak. He's different.
There's your goal right there. You want to know what
He's
to do
different.
later in your career? Be the tooth.
You know, hey, I don't know if Manny's joking around, but he says that I want to be just like you when I get old. I don't know if he's serious.
Well, because
or
look
not.
at it. There's you and like 5 other fighters on the planet that are successful in MMA at 40 years old.
Randy Couture being one of them.
Yeah, Yoel Romero.
You're in the same.
Dan
You're in the
Henderson.
same.
Spider Silva.
Yeah, Anderson Silva. Like,
We said successful.
Well, yeah. Well, hey,
No, I'm
successful
just kidding.
TV
I've
host, right? He's on that fucking
he's on that
that
Netflix show.
Japanese obstacle course show, dude.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
more money than I do.
I just, I hope to get on this next card. One of my main goals was just to be able to say that I went to Vegas and I took Vegas down.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much, That's gonna make me feel good.
I want to explode.
And I'm gonna have a lot of
I know
confidence.
you do.
I'm gonna have a lot of confidence coming back. When it's time to take that. Actually, it's not. It's just waiting for me. The 155 pound title for cage settings.
Hell yeah.
Because nobody has it, and if somebody does end up getting it, I'm not gonna feel bad taking it from
Hey,
them.
You get it? You're gonna defend it?
Oh, you're
South Shore Sports Fighting's got that in the
real
bag.
champ if you don't defend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
The
know what I'm
150,
saying?
the 155 pound belt is in the bag for South Shore Sports Fighting for the next millennium. Amateur and pro. Look at the lineup.
Yeah,
Look
we
at the
kind of
lineup.
talked.
That was pretty
I'm gonna have a crack
We
at it.
already
before
have a
this
pecking
guy.
order of who's going to be the champ, one after another. Like, you're going to be the champ, then you're going to be the champ. Then
That's
you're
how
going to
it
be the
went at
champ.
amateur,
That's
right?
a real conversation that
That's how
happens
it,
in
that's
South
how it
Shore.
went at amateur.
Yeah.
I just realized that. That's how it went.
Yep.
No shit.
Why not?
And do you feel like that's cocky?
No, because we have faith in what we do.
We work hard.
Listen.
We're not.
We're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
I mean,
all
we
day.
believe what we say, and people interpret it as talking shit. It's just
Well, here's the thing, too.
the
is
record speaks for itself.
If it was too cocky, you wouldn't have guys from across the state driving 2.5 hours to come train with us.
Fact.
And it's not like
Right.
they're just coming to train with
Facts.
us to say I train at South Shore Sports Fighting. They want to train with people that fight at 135, at 145, their weight class, because they know those are some of the best guys in their weight class, and we can help them get better. Now, I'm not saying we're completely the best and nobody can make us better. It
We
helps
work
us,
hard, though.
Yeah, it helps us when other guys come to our gym, and we're not like other gyms. Like, if you come from Worcester and we train and you fight at 155 and Paul Veer offers you to fight me, don't say no because we train together. Like, that's the thing. That's like, I don't think it's Bill's rule, but that's like my one rule if I'm going to train with you. If you train with me and then get offered to fight, you can't use that as an excuse because it's just a fight. I want to train with you, and if we fight, we fight. But
Right.
Bill, open arms for everybody.
I trained with Kevin Schroeder a couple of times, and then I was supposed to fight him. Like, Kevin really didn't want to, and I didn't really want to, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. And then we did. And I got a ladder dropped on my head.
He got pounded the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Who did, me?
Schroeder, he pounded Schroeder.
No. No.
Schneider?
Kevin Schneider.
Yeah.
I trained with him a couple times.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Billy
I
Connors.
trained
that
with him.
fight was-
I never trained with Billy.
Dude, but that fight was nuts. I
never
trained with you, and I trained with Billy. And the
That's
fight,
right. I was training with you. That's
The
right.
fight
Billy
went
Connors.
exactly how I thought. Billy Connors is a scary bastard.
He knocked out his last 3 or 4 before he
Yep.
within
Well,
20 seconds.
He actually knocked out the opponent before Jimmy.
Hold on,
twice.
so what happened? I
Twice
never
in
heard
one
about
fight.
Billy, this fight.
Dude, twice at home. Before we get to
Dude,
Jimmy, twice in one fight.
About this kid.
Billy walked out.
You don't know how thankful I was to make a debut to get him.
Dude.
I actually needed I stopped thinking about him after my third fight. It
I
took
don't
2
blame
fights
you.
to stop thinking
You
about
see
him.
my fight with Jose? I would rather fight him every day of the week than Billy Connors.
Fuck.
Dude, right before he fights Jimmy, I'm having my third amateur fight at CFX. I wasn't a cage Titans, and Billy was fighting right after me. And so I won by triangle, whatever. I get out. I go in the locker room, and I'm like, where's Billy? And everybody's like, dude, we haven't seen him in like a half hour. I'm like, did he leave? So we're walking around this place, the Taunton Armory, looking for him, and I ended up in some random door. No clue where I was in the armory, and it's a locker room. It's all blacked out, and it looked like a movie. At the end of the hall, there was a light. Billy's jumping rope, just staring at the wall, just jumping rope. And I'm like, yo, Billy,
Dude,
Tooth bleeds every word of
dude,
this.
he turned around while still jumping the rope, goes, what's up? And I was like, you're about to fight. He goes, okay. He comes out to the heaviest metal I've ever seen. And then he knocks a kid out in about 25 seconds, twice. He hit the kid with the right hand. He went down. The kid kind of popped back up and woke up. He hit him again. The kid went out. And then the fight was over.
Dude, how about the kid's amateur debut, Fight of the Night? He walks out to Katy Perry.
Dude, Katy freaking Perry.
That's not giving a fuck, bro.
So I'm training with the two.
I know she sells a lot of records, but I mean, yo, you come out to Katy Perry, you got some fucking bench with you.
Yeah, you better be bringing it.
So at this point, I'm grappling with the tooth sometimes, and I'm always doing stand-up with Billy. And I'm like, okay, if Jimmy gets stuck standing, he's probably fucked. I go, but if he gets Billy on the ground, he's screwed. Dude, Billy comes out, happens exactly like I thought. He hits Jimmy with a right hand from hell.
In the first, second, dude.
Right out the gate. They just
fell
made it to the center.
backwards, dude.
Yeah, they
Yeah, you
had
told
just
me
made
that,
it to the
yeah.
center, and there wasn't even a second to try and feel each other out. Right hand, right out the gate.
I tried like a 1-3, and he just was on it immediately. He was like, thank you, and just went at it.
Dude, it was crazy. He's taller than me, way more muscular. Made 55.
That's crazy.
I was messaging Pope. I'm like, this kid's really gonna make it.
I was thinking the same thing. He only fought at 65, 70, and I'm like,
Really?
I go.
Dude, he was just a piece of,
Let's put it this way:
piece of
when
meat.
Billy says that he's gonna do something, he's gonna. I was like, Billy, you gonna make the weight? He's like, yeah. Why? Why wouldn't I? I'm like, Okay, good for you.
What's his name? Billy Connors?
Billy Connors. Oh, is it on YouTube?
I don't know.
Oh, I hope so.
I've never really seen you get hit much.
Dude.
I've never seen footage of that fight. You've only told me about
I'm
it.
it's
gonna
not-
tell you, I got
that's
hit.
the
I got
fight.
hit on that one a lot.
Dude.
Hey, you know who else? You know who probably hit me the hardest though? Dan Lopez.
Dude, Dan Lopez. I remember that fight too.
He turned the
From
lights
South
off on me.
Yeah, Boston
The
Muay Thai.
lights were completely out, bro.
Yeah, dude, had him against
Completely out.
Had him against the cage, ripping
does hit
leg
like a
kicks.
fucking
So
tank.
Jimmy's standing righty, eats a leg kick. Next thing you know, he goes all the way around. And he's standing lefty. in one motion, eats the kick.
I don't remember that. I wasn't even awake.
Dude. Let's put it this way: those two hit the hardest, I think, out of South Shore and Boston Muay Thai.
No shit.
When they were both active fighters,
yeah.
And he fought him back to back. He fought Dan Lopez, he beat him, and then he went and fought Billy Connors. And I was like, oh my god. And I think that's... And, like, he got a lot of credit when he beat Dan, but then when he fought Billy back to back and won, he blew up. I remember all
I'm gonna retire.
I don't even think you were on Facebook, but your name was all over Facebook. You didn't even... I don't think you even had a Facebook account. But you were all over it.
That's when we started.
That's when we started kind of doing our thing and capitalizing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, so Jimmy got rattled with a right hand from hell. He ended up, what'd you get, rear naked? I think he jumped guard in the guillotine. That's why we don't jump guard.
Yeah,
Really?
crazy.
That was a tight one.
Yeah, dude, because he buckled him. So Jimmy, I think you went to shoot and he grabbed the guillotine and he tried to pull guard. Jimmy got right out of it, right to the back.
I'm like, he's getting. I'm like, oh, thank God, I get to catch my breath. And all of a sudden, I'm going to try to undo his hands. He's got his fingers dug underneath his other glove, and I'm like, why is his hands not coming apart?
Dude, let's put it this way: I trained with them both, and I was like, dude, I'm kind of like on the fence. I'm like, Billy is South Shore. I go, so I'm kind of rooting for him, but he hit Jimmy with that right hand. I was like, oh my god, stop! Like immediately I was like, what the fuck, dude? It was crazy.
It's going to take a lot to turn the lights off on me,
dude. I've seen it,
and have somebody, overtake my will like that. That's just, I don't see that happening. Not in this lifetime.
Now you had 2 losses as an amateur. One of them you were caught with a lucky. What would be considered a lucky hit, right?
It was more of a lucky, eye poke, but I kind of just went down a little bit, and the ref just saw I was like defending, but I was like, oh shit, dude, hold on, like, I don't like this. And honestly, if he asked me if I could have continued, I would have said no, I can't see shit.
Yeah.
Oh, because it was a poke in the eye.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Shit happens.
Exactly.
Whatever.
I lost another fight to Tommy
Ventasinke.
Vanique.
No, Ventasinke is the one on here.
Nice Irish kid.
This dude I think he just got done fighting someone from South Shore for the 85-pound title, and then he dropped down to his first fight at 170. And that was my first sanctioned one. I had a smoker for my amateur debut, which I should have never been in that one. Dude was, I got pictures of it when I was rocking the mohawk.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, I remember
looking
those.
like Robert De Niro on Cab Driver.
You had a mohawk?
Dude, he looked like Robert De Niro from Cab Driver. He's not kidding. Just like him. There's pictures of it. Go on his Facebook. Creep a little bit. Creep on the tooth.
Creep on my boy.
Oh, shit. So you fought at Mohegan Sun before?
Yep.
Right? Have you ever fought there, Mike?
No, I've only fought for Kate Titans at Plymouth Memorial Hall.
And who have you fought for, Tooth?
AFO. It was a pretty good organization run by Pete DiLorenzo.
And I remember at one time they were doing like a lot of fights in one year, right?
Yeah, they did a couple consistent CFXs too.
And CFX,
Cage Fighting Extreme.
That was an experience.
I actually fought for AFO on Saturday, and then the following Saturday I fought for CFX.
Amateur, right?
Yeah.
You remember
another horrible idea.
Oh, I did that too.
Do you remember that
Horrible.
fucking nightmare over at the Brockton Fairgrounds?
Oh my god.
Why do we have to bring this
Sauce
up?
it up. Sauce it up.
Because that was my first experience of.
I think was that your first lined up
Bill-
fight from South Shore?
Bill was like, "Dude, you need to come." He's like, because everybody else is fighting the next week, and like I don't trust anything. He's like, you make me feel a little safe because you know. He's like, you don't give a fuck. He's like, you need to come. I'll give you this ticket.
Good.
So I'm pulling up in the parking lot, and Bill goes, "Don't ever fucking come in here." So I just turned around and left. I'm like, oh, should I even do MMA?
It got real that day.
Hey, back to Dolan. It got real for Dolan too. Dolan came in to fight the Sandman.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
So it was a controversial.
Hey, I heard he
end to that.
brought it to him.
Hey,
Dolan brings it to everybody.
From what I heard, he landed a clean knee, knocked the Sandman out. Apparently, the ref said he was down. I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I heard it's controversial that he knocked him the fuck out.
No shit, huh?
That's just what I heard.
No shit.
But the crowd was not having it. They thought that he cheated. There's people throwing bottles. They had to hide Alex Dolan as security and sneak him out.
No shit.
Oh, dude, that's that dude's backyard, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, it happens. It's the name of the game. So any of us, we all fight at Cage Titans. That's our home. But I mean, it could be any of us.
Yeah, it's a passionate sport.
Yeah,
you got to bring a lot of emotion.
And I think that's something that people don't realize either. Because I mean, like everybody here is undefeated. I mean, one of us could get knocked out one day, and then if it happens, that's when you're gonna look at your $45 ticket and be like, oh, $45 isn't a lot, because he just got knocked out in front of 1,500 people.
Right.
Like, so when people come to me like, can I give you $20? I'm like, no, you can watch it when it comes on YouTube. Oh, you can't hook it up? I'm like, no, I don't get paid a lot. This is my career, and I could get put unconscious by a grown ass man.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I always lose money.
Yeah, if people,
I always lose money.
I'll help out people that help me out.
I think I gave like
I'm terrible with
75% of. I gave them away.
Oh, I'm terrible with shirts. I give that shit out like candy.
Oh man,
you make nice ones too.
Yeah, I give that shit away like candy.
Yo, those new shirts are nice, Joe.
Oh, the jerseys?
Yeah. No, the new ones for this fight coming out.
Oh, the tank tops?
The Spidey ones.
You seen them?
They're nice.
Amazing Skeletor?
I ain't seen. Why do I want to look at something I'll never wear?
Because you'll wear the shit out of it.
You never even offered me one, man.
Because they're not made yet, bro.
What about your other ones?
Which one you want?
He's got them all, bro.
I don't want none. No, I want to throw a fit.
All right, then you get the tank top.
I give you man down shirts. Fuck.
No. Hey, we're good.
All right, cool.
Right here, we gotta work this out.
Pick a shirt. Pick a shirt.
Did you get a tooth shirt?
I got two shirts. I got two.
I got 2 tooth shirts.
I do too.
Hey, we're all repping the teeth.
Hey.
Yeah, what's up?
I was gonna wear mine today.
Hey, I'm a giver, man.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty bad with shirts. I pass out shirts, but no tickets. I'll help you out. I'll help you out if I know. I'll help you out if I know you need help. But if you're just trying to
Nah, I won't. Go to Joe because I won't. Pay full price, $55.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with you.
Yeah, if somebody,
I'm feeding my kids.
If somebody comes to me and goes, "Hey, I know it's your 6th fight. I've been to 5 fights. I gotta pay my rent this month. Can you spot me $10?"
Nope.
Hey,
I'll be like, "Yeah, I got you."
Nope.
But if you come to me and go,
you can
hey,
look it up online.
If you come up to me and go, "Hey, I make $80 grand a year, but I just want to be a cheap prick. Can I get a $75 ticket for $40?" I'm gonna say screw, because I could get knocked out in front of 1,500 people.
Tapology does live results.
Yeah.
Go ahead and check it out there because I'm not. You pay full price. Matter of fact, now it's $60. now you're gonna pay $5 to someone else's ticket for asking for a fucking break. You ever walk up to a concert and say, "Hey, can I get these for $30 instead?"
Dude, what's that movie with Chris Rock with the ribs?
I don't know.
How much for a rack of ribs? He's like $4.50. He's like, how many ribs I give 25 cents?
None, dude. Fuck off. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then he pulls out a wad of cash and he's like, "You got change for a 20?"
All right, hey, if you guys got this, where you'll be talking to people.
And it's always the ones that are like, "Yo, I'm so amped for your fight."
They don't show up.
Yeah,
they haven't got tickets, right? But they want to hit you up.
I'll get you next week.
Yeah,
I'll get you every day. They're like, "Dude, I'm so hyped."
Day of.
No,
Saturday.
but like I feel bad for some because I mean, you think in your head you want to plan your finances, right?
Yep.
But how many people can plan their finances like, more than 14 days ahead?
Like you just can't live like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not an easy thing to do.
Like
so
I said,
a lot of the people are doing it.
Yeah.
And they forget, right?
Yeah.
And then they turn into a ghost. They won't return your calls.
Yep.
And I'm like, yo, it's okay. You can still watch it online. You don't have to. I'm gonna be fighting again in like whatever. Like it's not a big deal.
I have had some of my closest friends and family just try to brush me off when I've given people free tickets. Be like, "Give me the money next week when you get paid." I'm still chasing people from like 4 fights ago.
Not me.
Like, and that hurts you guys when I want to try and help you guys out and get you down to the fights. And I'm like, well, like 3 fights ago, I gave you $100 ticket and said, just give it to me tomorrow. And then it's 3 fights later, and you want to come buy a T-shirt for $10 instead of $15? No. Like, I'll help you out when I think that you need it. But if you're just trying to jip me out of money and be cheap,
nice. You guys are real nice.
Hey, right? No, I agree with you. I agree with you, man. Down, I do.
If we got it started, if the traffic wasn't so bad, man, we could have went and grabbed a free barbecue up the street at the fueling station.
I can't eat that shit.
Yeah, he's got to make 55.
Be healthy barbecue.
He's got to make 55.
Yeah,
it's a healthy body fueling station, right? It's all
actually,
it's all
you gotta. I've been walking around.
You gotta go down or up to 55
for a long time.
You gotta go down to 55 or up.
Down. Right now I'm at like 176.
He had to go up.
I wish I had to go up.
He beat 5 guys.
Oh yeah, damn right.
Man.
They're gonna sponsor me one day.
I
got them on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram.
But you can still fight if you go over. You just have to give up.
Well, yeah, you could, but I mean, as I've missed weight twice as an amateur.
The pros have to forfeit money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
not
all of them.
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do for the show.
Hey, exposure.
I've missed weight twice, actually, both against the same guy. It was Jose Rivera. first time. Actually, they're both my faults. Obviously, it's the first time I remember. It was at people who get tickets the day of the fight or the day of weigh-ins. I didn't even step in the sauna to cut weight. I sold 15 tickets on my way down to Connecticut and showed up 9 pounds overweight. And the commissioner was like, "Is this a joke?" And I was like, "I just Googled a sauna down the street. You want me to go cut it?" And he was like, "You can't cut 9 pounds." I pulled up my shirt and I had almost a gut full of water. I was like, "I can go cut this right now." Jose was cool. We fought. Second time we fought, I just screwed up the weight cut. I was so dehydrated and so hungry. It was Wednesday, and I was like, okay, I'm going to stop drinking water. Normally, I do it on Thursday. I was dying. I was having, like, kidney failure in the sauna. I missed by half a pound, but he wanted to fight. Jose was there to fight. But as a professional, I feel like I will never allow myself to miss weight. It's just
you got to work.
Yeah,
that's your job.
I'd like to point out Jose Rivera's impressive heavy bag work in the second fight. He looked very crisp and sharp, and
his combos look great.
His precision and timing was.
I'm not sure he missed a punch.
That's what I get for the friggin'.
I don't think he could have missed you. I had he hit you so many times.
Hold on. Let's just So he's referring to me getting posterized. He threw a right hook left hand for the whole fight, but that one picture I slipped the left hand. But I ate that right hook. He knocked my mouthpiece out, and then I got out of the way.
We're all like, "What the hell's that kid doing? He's getting his head punched around and laughing." Like a dumb smile on his face.
Dude, I say it all the time. You see him right before they fight when they're announcing him. You see him pacing back and forth, clapping like a fucking patient. Yay for Skeletor! Yay! If I was standing across the room, I'm gonna fucking kill this kid. Stop clapping. Stop that fucking clapping. I'm gonna break your wrist.
When I smile, it's kind of like when you're sparring. Like you catch me with a punch, I'm like, wow, that was a good one, and I smile. And people always think I'm trying to piss them off, but I don't know. It's just like, oh, good shot. But back to me. And then it even goes down to Bill. I remember it was the second or third round, and I think I was already concussed, and I sat down on the stool, and he goes, okay, how many times did you take him down? I'm like, 4 times. He's like, how many times did you shoot? I go, 4. He goes, so keep shooting. I go, okay. He goes,
you definitely got the record for the most takedowns in a fight.
I hit almost like 20 in that fight. Dude. And then Bill goes, okay, look at my hands. I go, what about him? He goes, can you count to 10? I go, yeah, why? He goes, you have 10 seconds to shoot or you're getting knocked the fuck out. Look at me, 10 seconds. And I'm trying to drink the water and Justin's trying to give it to me. He goes, no, fuck the water. 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds to shoot. I'm like, 10 seconds. Can I have some water? He's like, no, look at me. I'm like, 10 seconds. I go out there, I'm moving around, I ate a jab, moving. He goes, 12 seconds! I spent 12 seconds! I shot a double leg, got him down. He goes, there you go.
That's awesome that he does that.
I thought he was just being like, you need to shoot once you go out there. No, he was counting to 10. He like 12 seconds, shoot now. I was like, oh, okay.
Man.
That's Bill Mahoney, dude. The magic of Bill Mahoney.
That's crazy.
He gets his crystal ball out. All right, Bill Mahoney, I'm getting you in the studio, dude.
Like I said, I would cement yourself as a legend.
I'm getting him in the studio. I'm getting him in here. I'll connect with.
It's good to teach the kids to dream.
Exactly. It'll happen. It'll happen. Listen, gentlemen, it is fucking 9:45.
Yeah,
we've been going for 2 hours.
Hey, I had a fucking
and 15 minutes.
Same.
I
had a fucking blast.
This was the inaugural, and we had a lot of people who were watching us. In the beginning, and the longer we took this,
I'll share it a couple times. I'll rewatch it.
It's getting to the point where it's Friday night at 10 o'clock. People are getting ready to start their evening. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, I'm probably going to bed.
Oh, me too. Hey, bro, I'm thinking
Xbox.
like, yeah, me too. Trust
already
me.
fought off a couple of yawns. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, definitely.
Most important thing: where can people find you on social media?
Facebook.com/Jimmy the Tooth Man.
Hey, you?
Well, a few places.
Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. What's it at?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yours is the same,
mine's
right?
all the same. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat at Janetti MMA. GIANNETT.
We're on
ready for business.
We're on Instagram as well, but we're building that portfolio.
Hell yeah.
Snapchat's Mike Man Down, of course.
He's got to check it out.
Twitter is at Mike Danella. Instagram's at Mike Man Down Danella. Facebook, I'm the only Mike Danella. Also the only man down, Errol Spence.
There's a Nick the Tooth. Right?
No way.
There isn't. Hey,
not anymore.
No, there is. No. What about the one, the fucking grappler there who hung with Matt Sarah?
There is a Tooth.
Yeah, there is.
You need to fight him.
No, I already asked for it.
Battle for the Tooth, dude. I'll make a logo for that.
They got a golden tooth in the middle of the cage.
I asked for it.
We can camp. Me and Joe can camp.
He actually. He didn't say yes, but he didn't say no.
Is his logo a fucking tooth ready to kick?
He said, "Hey,
no, his logo's not that good.
Make sure we tag this dude."
Yeah,
he did say. He said, "Nah, I'm in Morocco or something with Mendy's brothers." He was traveling with him. You know what I mean?
Hey, Nick, get the fuck back here and catch you beaten, would you please? From the real tooth. From the real tooth. Me, myself, if Errol Spence wanted to fight, he can have the name.
Would you, Jimmy? Would you agree? Like, winner of the fight, gets the name.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That sounds like a fucking.
Nick the Tooth, come get that beating.
I'll be back.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
You know.
So we shutting down?
Yeah, we're shutting down. All right.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, later, everybody.
Peace.
We love you.